Hello, everybody, and welcome to Market Gaming this evening. Good to see you all. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you joining us and spending your Sunday or whenever you may be watching this with us. Thank you. Appreciate it. Y'all are awesome. You guys will notice we are down Kelly this evening. Sadly, life circumstances have prevented her from joining us, but we will press on and still continue this session with the three players and see what kind of craziness gets taken care of. We'll see. It's always fun to watch and see how chaos happens all the time. So let's bring it. Let's bring it tonight. How about that? What do you say, chat? Do you agree? Let's bring it tonight. The chaos. Let's do it. Thanks, Bardic, starting off hype train now. Thank you for that. Chaos.
Wow.
Chaos.
With
Look at
one
that.
sub?
Well,
That's crazy.
Lit also sub, so thank you, Lit and Bardic,
Oh, thanks, Lit.
for the
It's
subs.
fine. I'll take it for Lit. It's fine, Rachel.
It was all
And-
me.
Starting off hype train, so my goodness, thank you. But let's start off with some player introductions. So Rachel, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Rachel, also known as Pip. You can find my art over on Instagram at Pip400art, where I post once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on how much I posted or drawn. I mean, also I stream here on this channel art, NPC art, commissions, whatever it is I'm working on. So I am planning to stream tomorrow. I don't think I'll feel like, oh no, I have too much to do before GaryCon. So I think I'll be there 3:30 CST. I'll let you know otherwise. It'll all be in the Discord. Yeah, so we good. In this game, I play Eleonora. She is a level 5 ASMR warlock. And yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Oh gosh, say about that.
Awesome,
That's all I gotta say about that.
awesome. Our second player is Kelly, but unfortunately, Kelly is not with us. I will be taking the role of Winnie this evening, and she'll likely be very quiet again. And
You have to go, hi, I'm Kelly, because that's how she introduces herself every time.
a level something.
Yeah, she'll say rogue half the time.
Yeah.
She's still stuck on Raya.
Yep.
Great.
But our third player, normally second player tonight, is Ashley.
Oh, I'm Ashley. I also make art, and I also post it on Instagram most of the time. I have a bunch of new stuff dropping this week, so if you want to see it, that's where you can find it. I play Euphemia. She's a human druid, and she almost got eaten by a toad monster last night. So that was chaotic. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
We'll see what a fresh day brings after that experience.
I tried to get the hat on its head, but it's just like such an awkward angle that I can't really
Aw.
It's cute though.
I can't
He looks
really
so cute.
get
I
it
feel
to
like you would
sit.
like it in real life.
So,
He looks excited
Aw.
for Christmas.
so there we go.
Like,
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad you tried it.
The
at
head's at an
least,
awkward
'cause I didn't
angle.
think-
It's like such a hunchback thing that it's hard to actually wrap around the head. But
aw.
how cute.
I was thinking about that. I'm so glad you tried it.
I
It's all
definitely
up on that.
tried.
That was perfect.
But yeah, then our final player is Mike.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael, also known as Birthdays on all the socials. And yes, I'm the reason Kelly's not here, so I could move up to number 3 in the rankings. So better watch out, everyone. Just saying. Just kidding. That's not the truth at all. But I also stream D&D here on Twitch. So super exciting. We've been back from a brief hiatus after Fates United ended. And we are now streaming Call the Netherdeep every other week with Sassy Fire, Kojak, Shanks and Vix from Top Down Tabletop as well. So it's a lot of fun. See it bi-weekly on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. CST. This is our off week here because, GaryCon, we planned that out properly. But you can go follow me and subscribe on YouTube to check all the old stuff that is now being caught up with yesterday and today, because I'm super consistent at stuff. But you can go catch up on stuff when it gets posted, and it's a whole lot of fun. As well as super excited to be dropping the spiritual successor to Fates United called Fates Apart here. Hopefully, get out a trailer this week. And then our first episode will be dropping on the 4th. So, like,
Pretty
2
soon.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty soon. Yeah, it's super exciting. So we'll be dropping that, and I'm excited. So definitely want to go check that out. It'll be on YouTube. On the off weeks, we're called Another Deep is not. So it'll be switching between Twitch and YouTube there. But it'll be pretty easy. And I'm gonna try and see if I can simulcast. I don't know. Whatever. We'll just make it simple. But that being said, today I play Davriel. He is a level 5, level 4, 1 wizard split, wannabe blade singer, and scared of these street sharks that look like frogs, and just wants to make friends with the little guy. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
We'll see. So go give Bardic Dice a follow if you haven't already, and yeah, check out his content. Also, you can join the Discord we share with Bardic Dice. Spelled that right on the first try. Impressive, I know. And you could hang out in the Discord during the week, hang out with us there, post funny gifts during the session in the Mystical Mishaps channel, and post your fun stuff as well. People are very friendly in there, very nice. There's always some good discussions, and you can hang out there whenever you want. And if you miss us, you can hang out there too, because we are off next week. As was mentioned, we are not playing here next week because we will be at GaryCon, as you've heard, and yeah, won't be here. But that's not bad news, because our last campaign, Peak and Zora, was heavily inspired through a game that I played at GaryCon years ago. So that was like the seedling for the thought that led to Peak and Zora. So who knows what other stuff I might think of as I sit around tables and play a bunch of D&D all week long. Good times. And hang out with a bunch of cool friends, and it's gonna be a good time. Lots of fun. We'll miss you all.
Full circle, because like you get to run games now. Which is
I will be
exciting.
running games there as well, which is crazy. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So off next week, we will be playing Easter. We will be back 2 weeks from now on Easter Sunday in the evening. So you can still join us here at a normal time and hang out with us playing some D&D. That's it. And I'm Mark. I didn't say it. Hi. I'm the DM. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into our intro so we can play tonight's session of Mystical Mishaps. All right, everyone, we are back and ready to begin tonight's session with our recap. Last time, the party was returning from some mind mining of Euphemia's mother at the local asylum. And they sort of recapped details of things that they've learned, things we're looking at, what happened within the mind of Lucetta, and they then made some plans about where to go from there. They split up, and the party went to go visit Heidi, who none of them had personally met. Eleonora had sent a sending to her, but she was aware of the other three because of weirdness that's happening, and they talked, made some deals, and agreed that they should continue on this monster hunting journey that they are sharing together. So the Horde Hunters, the Heidi's Horde Hunters, continues. And yeah, so they left. Again, it was a very rainy day. They went, I think they stopped at a few shops on their way back. They gave Edison a nice gift of a new lighter, and they went up to the north part of town to go hide out and stay away from people because they're afraid of the dream effect that seems to be emanating from Euphemia. And that night, while they're resting, they heard a strange noise and heard it approaching. Very hard to discern exactly where it was coming from because of just echoing around. And it began to tear off the roof, this toad-like creature covered in black ooze and this like slick substance that seemed to have some sort of ability to shift around or teleport around, something interesting like that. But it attacked Euphemia, nearly took her out, but the party came to her defense, and eventually the creature fled off into the night. They obviously didn't want to stay there anymore, so they left and found a new place. But there was a little note that was left on their doorstep later on in the evening. It was an apology for the angry friend who attacked. But the rain continued to fall, and as the night continued on, the rain intensified more and more. And you guys woke up the next morning after completing your long rest, with the rain definitely coming down pretty well at this point. But we'll turn it over to you guys. What would you like to do? Should I do wake
I
up
think
rolls?
I'm already up.
Yeah, you're up. So
I'm up.
You'd already be, yeah.
anything you guys want to do in the morning? Just so you know too, an option for this, if you guys ever want to enter into like a downtime period of like an extended doing something, let me know, because I know you guys potentially may be waiting for Friday as well. With Eleonora has like a meeting potentially set up on Friday, but just let me know and we can work out what scenes may need to be done and what scenes can be just kind of glossed over.
Sure.
You know, she's not here, but I did plan on Dav at one point going over to Winnie and just giving her the coin and being like, hey, I know you're really good at sketching. You're actually a lot better than me. Is there any way I could get you to work on a little project for me? To use this image and maybe transpond it onto paper for me.
And remind me the image. Was it?
This was Euphemia and her mom.
Okay.
And he's been working on like a little frame sort of thing with his copper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Winnie would definitely agree to do so. I think there'd be any reason for her to say no to that.
Yeah, how are you feeling? Do you want to like let out like some really like deep inner thoughts? And
No, I just really want to focus on this. I want to focus on this. And
okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. That's fine.
So she'll get to work on that.
Thanks. Remind me to buy you more candy.
Oh, that's nice. I would go ahead and cast Goodberry this morning.
All right.
Our daily bread here.
Let me roll for a mishap chance on that.
So I don't have exhaustion anymore. I'm just double checking, right? Because I think I had it from before.
Yes.
We had it from the mental thing, so we should be fine
You
since we
all
completed
have
the long
completed
rest.
a long rest. So you should be all
Yeah.
set.
Okay.
And
Just making sure that does go away.
I turned on the redemptions chat if you want to start doing those. I did not turn Kelly's on because she's not here. But
Thanks, Lit.
no mishap.
Whenever it
Yay.
becomes like an acceptable
Beachbody.
time of like morning, I would write both Heidi and Edison and just say we're still here, just to let you know.
Okay.
Just because that was kind of a big thing of like we might not be here tomorrow. So
Mm-hmm.
They'll both respond with good to hear type of a thing.
cool.
And Rachel, you got a blessing.
Cool.
What? Oh, thanks.
I will do the standard 2 good berries to everybody. I'm keeping 3 after I eat one.
Cool.
Just so we all know where they are. Those precious 1 HPs.
Yes, it's important.
Most important.
It's good.
Nice.
It's very good to know.
I mean, I'm okay with doing downtime. I don't know if anyone else has anything. I think, like, there's stuff to do over the next few days. I don't know if we, like, role play that. If we, I'm almost stuck in a weird, like, in between. I don't know what to do right now. If, like, we should just. So.
Yeah. Is there anything specific that you guys want to do today, and we can decide if it's role played or it's kind of we'll maybe do a few rolls. So, what are your
I'd
thoughts?
like to figure out who left this letter. Personally.
Yeah, I mean, I just had a couple thoughts on that to share whenever we want to talk about it. But otherwise, I think my main priority would just be procuring supplies to make another health potion at some point.
Okay. Anything you want to do, Rach?
Checking in at some point with Edison. And I don't know, if we're kind of just chilling, we had talked about maybe getting that spell for Dav as an option. We had talked about more research as an option. And we had talked about, and Eleanor might even suggest swinging by the, like, Mr. Hawks' box just to see, like, what's up with it.
It's the magic store?
Yeah, just because it's shut down, apparently, or, like, some,
All
you know.
the planes are closed, so...
Yeah, I just want to see the difference, you know? Just because that's, like, a
Is that what we're
notable
thinking about
one.
getting the magic scroll, or were we talking doing that at the library?
You could get it at the library for free.
We just
potentially.
need material.
Potentially.
Probably not for free.
Yeah.
Well, no, okay, you said that the spell you might be able to find for free. It's the materials that's not free.
If
That's what you
you,
said.
lower level stuff you have available, you just
Yes.
have to have the items to transpose it in.
Yeah.
So it's not free.
Yeah.
It still costs something, but
No, I know, but like originally
I see
he
what
was
you're saying,
thinking
though. Yeah,
you'd
yeah.
have to buy the scroll of the spell and then buy it, but you said
yes.
no.
The scroll
finding the
will-
spell is free.
the scroll will also be infused with magic to cast the spell as well. So it's double purpose. That's why it's not free.
You're just saying because I was talking about transcribing into the wizard's book.
If it's just written down, you still need the materials, is basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it'd just be 50, not extra.
I think that's what Rachel's trying to get to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm with you, Rachel. I got you.
Yeah. I think because originally Mike had a different understanding of it, so I don't
I
know
was
if you
thinking it was
ever knew what
50
he
plus
was
we had to
saying.
buy the scroll, which
Yeah.
is one way to do it. To then buy a
It's
scroll
one way
and
to do
transcribe
it, but
or we go to the library and get the scroll for free, pay for the materials. But yeah.
Yeah, you don't actually acquire anything if you go to the library except for what you write down.
you just copy it down.
But-
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So those are all options that Eleanor would be
Yeah.
willing to do as we're kind of waiting around. So.
Okay. So, we got a little friend that you mentioned.
Mhm.
And going to town, it sounds like, and visit some people, buy some things.
Yeah, and I would probably, before we left, would even try and locate some of the herbs for this potion prior to us leaving, if there's like abandoned gardens and stuff around here, just because I have some, but I don't have all of them yet. But if I can save us some money, I would look for a little bit first.
How long do you want to invest into scouring through?
Well, I have locate animals or plants, so I could cast that and just see if I can find any in the area. So I would
make them as well if you need. But if you're gonna cast a spell, you probably don't need anything.
Yeah, I was just gonna cast it, honestly.
Okay.
Which I'll just ritually cast, so I don't have to use my spell slot. So like 10 minutes, right, for ritual?
It's casting 10 plus 10 minutes.
Okay. Will be instantaneous plus 10 minutes. So I would cast that at 2nd level and then just see if I can find any health potion materials out here.
5 miles? Okay. Let me roll real quick. There's no mishap.
Yay! Ooh. 2 in a row.
Alright.
That's a nice spell, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me roll highs or lows.
Highs.
So you cast this out. Since you're not picking up on anything within 5 miles.
Sad. Well, at least I tried. We'll just have to get stuff in town.
All right.
How do you guys feel about last night? That was weird. How did you guys feel about that? Thoughts?
I mean,
just totally just whatevs.
We were kind of prepared for something to happen. I guess it did, but I don't know that the hags sent it.
Theory, but we don't know, and he was kind of nice to us.
Well, originally I wondered if that was the case, but with the apology letter, it doesn't seem to fit what I had thought with that. Come to think of it, do you remember the pattern of the last time we got sent back with that mark? I mean, it seemed to take a few days, or a day or two before anything actually happened. So.
Yep.
It may not have been them at all. I don't know what that thing was, though.
I don't want to find out. But again, we don't have to detour too much if you guys want to just leave it be. I feel like there's like a twitch at his eye when he's thinking about this, leaving knowledge uncovered.
I know. That little fellow, he made me think of Ram. I don't think it was Ram, but if Ram found me because he could sense the attachment, it would make sense if these creatures had the same sense.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Maybe it doesn't want ancient Nightmare Realm curse energy in its territory.
Or feeds on it.
It could.
What did that letter say? The friend gets angered easily.
Right. Kind of seems like maybe it was protecting or cleaning house.
So, I suppose it just depends on what you want to do with that. I don't feel much need to do something with this, but if you feel
Yeah.
like it might help,
You're
I would
pretty
rather
clearly
do-
the deciding factor. You feel me on that one.
yes.
Uh,
It's at least more polite than Ram, so I'm willing to indulge for a bit.
I don't know what we would even do to find it currently, but it's possible we'd be able to get information from them at some point. Maybe? If we could get it to cooperate and not try and eat me.
Or at least have the little one talk or something.
But we can't even... I mean, we don't speak the same language unless it knows Common or something.
Well, that spell I have, I can't speak back, but I can hear spoken language and to be able to actively translate. It lasts 10 minutes.
Okay.
I can only cast it ritually. I can't just do it. So that is something to think about. I mean, we could even bring that note into town and see if anyone in the library or anyone would know what language that is. But I don't know how that would necessarily help, but it might even help pinpoint
Kind of creatures they are,
what
maybe?
it is.
If we
Well,
describe
don't you
them
leave
to
little
someone.
presents around? I mean, I suppose you could do that if you want to try and form some sort of friendship with it.
I did last night. I left it to make
Oh.
outside,
All right.
but I don't know. I mean, Ram liked cupcakes. I don't know what this one likes.
I see.
I don't know that there's anything we could do this second, but I do agree that it would probably be good to bring it into the library and see if someone could identify them based on a description.
Sure.
Be something. Then we decide.
Sure. That is fine with
And
me.
let Edison know that it's something can find it somehow.
Sure. Do we want to stay here again? And establish... I mean, we know
Maybe.
we can beat that thing if it comes again. It was the mishap that made things more difficult than the actual creature.
Maybe we make that decision after we research.
I was just going to say
Probably
that.
smart, yes.
See what we can determine and then we can decide.
Sure.
I unfortunately will need to buy some materials if we're going to replace that potion.
Yes. Let me see. So, Davril, if we're all in agreement, I think that... Sorry, one second. Let me look at my notes really fast. All right, just making
Who did
sure.
that job?
Yeah. I have like extra notes on top of like what is my gold and what's hers, and it's a whole thing. So thoughts. Yes, I think we always need potions. That was what the group fund was for making something like that. So that's all right with me. How much more do you need?
I would need 20 gold worth.
Sure. I just hand you 20.
Okay.
And then Davril.
Hey.
I was thinking about your spell you were talking about. Do you think it could be useful in other areas too?
Yeah.
Whoa. Can you think of some examples?
Like walking long distances and don't want to carry my pack, so I just put it on the float behind me, and or like, you know, someone's unconscious and we got to move them.
Yes. That was my thing.
Or someone turns into a box and you gotta like carry them.
Like a bigger box.
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm, mhm. It could be. Nope. Nah, I want to work over a bridge or anything. Something like a gap, but it would just
Fall down.
yeah.
Does
Then
it
I
have
would
to
give.
be?
Wouldn't
Oh, it
be able
has
to
to
come
be
back up.
connected. to the ground somehow.
He has to have like a
Ish.
gradient. It's kind of a weird. It's like a really specific spell. Whoever wrote this one is really like detailed.
How long does it last?
That's a good question. I want to say an hour. Spell, mana spell, wizard spell, first level. You find Tensor's his name. An hour.
An hour. Is it? Can you ritually cast it?
Nope.
Oh. Hmm.
It's a ritual spell, it says.
No, not a D&D
Oh.
gun. That's cool.
It says floating spell. It has a big R next to it with the book. So
That's cool. Both
Oh.
floating
But it-
disc and the other one
Yes,
don't
yes.
have anything on mine, so that's fun.
that's really strange. Mine says ritual, so I'll let it go. It's ritual.
Hey! Excuse me.
Allergic to
A lot
ritual
of
spells.
I
dust.
hand him my handkerchief.
Thanks.
It's all the rain that's giving the sniffles.
Yeah, it started to like flurry or something. It's
Mm.
gross.
This weather's lovely today. Well, if that's the case, if it's ritual, then I think that would be worth it because we can carry things long distances or whatever.
And we can have two.
Two.
Yeah.
Oh, like if I decide to.
Mhm.
Well, yes, true. That is another 50 gold, though. I don't know if we can afford that. But
Oh, yours cost money too.
yes, it functions like a wizard spellbook.
We never thought like, hey, you're actually a patron. Maybe you should like patronage me with money.
He already does quite enough favors for me. I don't think I need to indulge in any more.
I'm just saying, you might have like bookshelves of this stuff. You know, I never mind. Just on our desk, we got like a closet full of like.
It does hurt to ask if you do it too often, and then it
Does
seems
it?
like you're taking advantage. Yes, there's a limit to how much you ask for people, Davril.
But
You
if
must
you're doing it
View
for
it in a
him,
calculated manner. Not really. I'm only doing
Yes.
information for him. He is helping me accomplish my goal.
his name.
I'm not doing it in his name. I'm doing it for me. And I'm giving him information.
All right, yeah, I kind of see it, but it's like if you get like sponsored by like the Watchlight, and we're like, all right, we're gonna go help out. There's still like representatives of the Watchlight. Or like if you get a uniform, you know, you're like representatives of the blue place with the white letters on it. You gotta be careful what you do when you wear it.
I mean, people might think I'm a representative of him, but I'm functioning on my own. You're just in partnership, like many other business partnerships. So, in those, you must be careful for how much you ask.
Like getting out of that one.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying it's a business relationship. Doesn't, you know? I feel
Oh,
a
like for
patron could
others.
feel like a patron could get you to do something you want to do a little more heavily. It's fine. That's semantics. I get what you're
Euphemia's
saying.
just like packing her
Yeah.
stuff. Like, why am
Yeah.
I here right now?
That went circular. My bad. Sorry.
Yes, you went a lot of different directions there. That being said, I think that might be useful. There's a few I was looking into, but they're a little more expensive. So I think that would need to wait until we get more money. So
I would still like to get a diamond at some point for Revivify. That's down
that's
the line
also
as
very
well.
important.
You already have that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
If I have a diamond, I can.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
amazing.
that is.
That's cool. Well, all right. How much was the diamond guy? It was like 300, right?
It's 300, yes. And we still need so much more of so many things.
Oh,
So
Lakeside in the other place. And
Good
all
enough.
of that.
I mean, they would be able to find a job here.
well, we asked Heidi,
We'll
so
see if Heidi can
we'll
find
check in
anything.
with her.
That's fair.
We can't
Oh.
openly be broadcasting ourselves, remember? Not
Yeah, I
here.
mean, we could go back to Arrow Run, but Edgewood, Arrow Run.
Not
Edgewood
Edgewood.
area.
No.
Yeah.
The area.
But yes, but with the thought of the Edgefort job, that is a lot of money, and so I think your spell would be very useful. I don't know how we would carry that back. without that. So I say let's get it. And try and look for a job along the way later.
I really slept on that one. I really was like, I don't know what I'm ever going to use this for. Except,
Oh, do you not want it?
No, I'd love it. I just slept on it for a while. I was like, looking at like, when am I ever going to really utilize this?
Yes.
So I was thinking I could sit on it while we're traveling, but it just follows me, so then I don't go anywhere. That's fortunate.
Oh, so one of us can sit on it. Lovely.
Exactly. Or vice versa if you cast it.
For an hour. It's not like it would be that useful all day.
Well, yeah, but 10 minutes before and you just recast
it.
That's true.
Yeah,
all right.
Fall for a second and catch yourself.
I think that's good. We can also see later if Edison has found any names to look into for ancient magic. That has to do with the curse.
Right. Something to start with, at least.
At this point, I'm gonna retroactively roll for the book because I have to roll for magic on that.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah, we keep forgetting that.
I'm gonna do that now, like you're doing the spells now. No mishap on the first one, which would be to who?
Edison.
All
That's
right.
more important.
And the second one to Heidi has a mishap.
Oh no.
Very exciting.
Makes sense.
And it doesn't go through the first time either. So
Oh good.
Okay.
let me see.
Awesome.
The magic does not send. But let me see what your mishap is. After you do that, though, like you realize the magic, like the words are saw on the page. They didn't actually go anywhere. Like they looked like they sparked for a second, and then they just remained there. But all of a sudden, you start sniffing, and you can smell everything in this room really well. Like your smell hasn't been enhanced.
Oh, this has happened to me before.
Yes.
You definitely can like pick up on everybody's like fine-tuned scent, like sort of like a bloodhound type of thing. So like everybody's individual like smell. So like you know exactly where people are even without even looking at them.
And to think we were in a fight last night and we didn't get a chance to like bathe or
know.
shower. That's rough.
Yep.
Yeah, Eleanor just has this look of distaste on her face, so she doesn't say anything, and then she tries to send it again.
Okay, let me roll again. No mishap the second time. Then you get your response.
Okay, sounds good. How long? I guess I'll just tell me when it goes away. But yeah, I think that's our plan for the day.
Start by going into town and getting supplies and stuff, probably.
Yeah, and then, like, if did Edison mention if he wanted to meet up with us at all, or?
He didn't say anything specific at this point. No.
We could check with him maybe when we're in town, like after we've done some stuff.
Yeah, I think that's
and
good.
just see if he's there.
Sure.
You're heading into town first,
Yes.
like to the market area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going past like all the schools and things to get to the market. Just a reminder of the layout of the city. But as you make your way through, it takes a while, and it is downpour rain at this point still too. And on your journey, Eleanor, your smell returns back to normal.
Relax a little bit.
It was interesting,
It'll be a
like
long
as
day
you're
otherwise.
walking, like you smelt something, and you look over, and there's like a rat running across the alleyway, and one of these things, like you noticed it from just like your sense.
She would love that. Her favorite.
Yeah, it's like you probably
Rats.
notice like she's looking at like everything a little more like, you know, like I don't know, abruptly almost because of
a little overstimulated.
smelling them. Yeah.
I would be also just on default anytime we're running around the city. I would be keeping an eye on people that might be taking notice of us or anything that looks
Yep.
weird or stands out.
Always.
Okay.
Just very much eyes in the back of my head everywhere.
Give me a insight roll.
Okie doke.
Because of conditions, I'm gonna say with disadvantage though.
Oh, because it's
Okay.
raining so much.
Just because of the current weather conditions, I'm just gonna say it's disadvantage
Aw.
on this one. It's
That 20 is gone.
pretty bad rain right now.
15.
13.
So you're both keeping an eye out as you travel. But most people, again, just they're hustling through the street. They're not really looking like they're paying much attention to you. Trying to stay out of the rain as much as possible. People with umbrellas can move a little bit slower, but again, you don't have to be outside. You're not going to be outside right now. You guys travel in. The initial part you have to go by foot, but eventually you can get onto the track system that goes through the city once you get closer to the center of town. And you can make your way to the market a little quicker with that, and get a brief moment away from the rain while you're in a covered cart that travels through. But probably close to, I'd say, a little bit later morning, you get to the market.
Okay. I just
That's where
bought
the-
some
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
What
just
were you
is
saying?
this where Hawks's
Yep.
boxes too?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Just wanted to make sure it's all in the same place.
That's also here.
I think we just went to a general store last time to get herbs and stuff. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you went to an apothecary.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I'd go there.
So you find a shop, apothecary, the Green Thumb, and you're able to buy whatever GP worth of.
20 GP worth, please.
You got it. They're able to provide that for you.
Cool. I don't think I would be looking for anything else, honestly. I would just get that and then come back and find everybody else.
Okay.
I was looking in the aisles. Wow. They got powder for feet for to help the smell for adventurers. That's pretty amazing. That's some good stuff, I'm gonna do apothecary myself. So.
There's all kinds of stuff you can make. I mean, Electa and I made all kinds of formulas for things.
I just
Hard
walks
to do
over
on
to
the
Lane.
road,
Or Euphemia. Can you make one for feet? Because
Probably.
yeah, mine are pretty bad. If we can maybe come up with something.
I'll see what I can scrounge up. It might take me a little while.
All right, appreciate it. I've been just sticking flowers in the shoe for now.
Oh, that's
I think Eleanor has been giving me looks all morning. I think there's some mishap earlier or something.
She said nothing, but you probably catch a sharp look
Right?
every once in a while with a no explanation.
right.
Yeah, she's on
I'm
edge about
curious.
something. I think it's my feet.
Well, especially with the rain, you're gonna want to dry your boots out.
Oh, I could just soak them in the rain. Good idea. Cool. Thanks.
Just leaves.
She leaves. He's like, I'm not coaching you through this.
No, not today.
He's now got his shoes tied on either side, so water's getting in, but it's
Is he walking barefoot through town? But
No,
you're
I
not
don't
gonna be
know.
allowed in the library
I
like that.
don't know if Eleanor lets you, to
just
be
for
honest.
a little bit while we're out here. Until we
No,
get
you were
on.
getting muddy. They won't let you in the library, Davil. They won't let you in any school. No one, no acceptable building will let you anywhere. Put your shoes back on, like a man. You're not a little boy splashing in puddles.
Well,
You're a grown man.
Wouldn't shoes get muddy anyway?
Yes.
I meant you want to dry them out by the fire tonight.
That's also a plan, but all right. You can just hear him squashing back in his boots.
And then you hear Eleanor mumbling, I never thought I'd have to tell him that. I'd have to tell him everything. And she, coffee, goes off.
You get a blessing there, Mike.
See?
The blessing for the muddy feet.
I
Chad
think it's-
understands.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Are we going to Hawks's? You want to go look?
I am curious of what if there anything even remains or not.
All right.
Maybe they've found a way to stock certain things, in spite of all the planes being closed or something.
So you make your
Yes,
way.
Desmond said it was. Sorry. Nope.
So you make your way there, and it does look like it is pretty much shut down. The door still doesn't like barred or anything, but it does look like it is not very popular at this point. But if you want to investigate closer, you certainly may.
I would. Yeah.
I think we will. Yeah.
Okay. So as you approach the door, there is an attendant who like comes to you and just sorry, we do not have any imports right now, but if you need something specific, we potentially can help.
Yes. Do you still sell magical items and things? Just not anything from Rise anymore.
We have some that we still have on hand, but unfortunately don't have access to many of them. But we have some local people who we can connect you with if you need something.
I see. Yes, I suppose Mr. Hawks probably has not been able to make contact with you at all.
Unfortunately, no.
Interesting. What happened the day that this place shut down? Anything specific?
It just suddenly the magic stopped working. The connection to the other stores just stopped working. So
Was it at like a certain time?
it was, I think, just during the middle of the day. I don't remember exactly.
It was during the day though, like while the store was operating.
I thought it would like come right back, so yeah. But we had to get everyone out and take stock of everything.
There wasn't like a specific catastrophe that you noticed just to
No.
stop.
Just stopped.
Well, we were looking for. Oh, go ahead. I was changing the
what-
subject.
Do we know what date that was specifically, or I'll ask? I don't think we have an actual date.
Yeah, I guess we had the month.
Mm-hmm.
The date would be 6/15, I believe.
6:15. Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm in the wrong channel completely. I was trying to do it a note in my thing, and I was just like, "What? Where's the channel?" So confused.
Where is it?
Where's Rachel? Sorry.
Well, we were. I'm trying to think of any. So yes, no word from anybody. And I suppose later you found out everything was shut down as well.
Yeah, it seems like whatever has happened has been affecting everybody. Seems very similar to the shutter.
Yes. Well, and I suppose that if anyone could contact, it would be Mr. Hawks, as he seems to have a fair amount of magic items, so... interesting. We were hoping to buy some supplies to copy over spells. I don't know if you have any of that here, or if you can direct us elsewhere.
What are you looking for? Like paper and ink specifically, or?
Yes.
We do have some on hand that we can offer, yes.
You had like starter packs last time.
There is a starter bundle if you are interested in acquiring all of it.
What would be the price differential?
Let's see. So you were just looking for how much paper and ink normally?
50 gold worth, I believe.
Is we're trying to copy one spell.
Ah, I see. Well, the issue with this as well is it is a beginner bundle, so it comes with certain predetermined spells that are in the a new spell book.
Gotcha.
Yes, that was before you acquired your skills tower. I don't know if you need a beginner one anymore.
No, we're good on that. Just the oh yeah. So I guess I have the paper, sorry. I just need the ink for it. Right?
You just need the supplies to copy it in.
Because you have a
What is
book. You have a spell book.
You have a book.
So I just need 50 gold worth then of
Of supplies.
You have ink, essentially. Yeah.
Paper and ink, because you got to put paper in and write on it. It's 50 gold.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Not
I just
gonna-
wasn't sure if the spell books had paper already in it or like how that worked, but
Yeah,
you're just like adding paper. every time,
mechanically,
yeah.
you gotta pay 50 gold to get it. So
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Well, that's
to
why I
be-
don't know what to. That's what I don't know what to ask for right now. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm asking for 50 gold worth of pen or.
Yeah, 50 gold
Easily
supplies.
goes-
You can give it to you.
Yeah.
Easily.
Okay. Cool.
So they'll provide you 50
Yeah.
gold worth
Hooray!
of supplies for a spell.
I am writing this down before we lose it.
Yes. Perfect. Question for you. I don't know if I've been looking into some anti-scrying items. And
Yes.
I am sure that's a bit more rare. I don't know if you have it in stock now, but I did want to know cost and things like that for the future.
Well, we could certainly do some looking around, but they'll go to a book and they'll start looking through. So, like a amulet that would prevent people from detecting you is what you're asking for, right?
Yes. Yes. Location spying on anything. Yes.
And they're scrolling through. Right now, we would probably need to sell it for about 400 gold.
Oh, it's 400. Is that normally how much it goes for?
It can vary depending on need, on how many we may have in stock, but right now it's unfortunately kind of rare.
So if it's not as rare, it would have been cheaper.
Well, they're harder to come by right now, which is why they'd be more valuable. It costs
Of
more to
course.
try to get someone to make it. They're not just
Yes.
imported by Hawks like they normally would be, so there's extra expenses that are put onto it.
That makes sense. How much
sense.
was it before Mr. Hawks disappeared?
Uh,
Just out of curiosity.
350 maybe? Just depends on his...
Sure.
It's really not that unreasonable.
You almost see her shoulders like relax, like she was expecting like way more money that it was going to be. Like this is actually a little more doable. So yeah, she just seems a lot calmer. But
Most magic items of that sort of power and ability is like 100 to 500 gold or something like that.
yes, that makes sense. Can more powerful magic override something like that, or is it good for most magic?
I would say majority of magic, it should be fine. There may be things around it. Again, I'm not the master of magic like Mr. Hawks is, but
Sure. All right. Well, this was helpful. Thank you. I don't need anything at the moment, but I will. We'll be back with that probably.
of course. Well, good luck with writing your spell into your book. Do keep the paper dry. It will not be good if you let it get soggy. Have a good day.
Yeah, really. Is it weird? Is the shop like weird without all the extra? Like, what does it look like without the?
There's so much
It's just
magical stuff
illusions.
going on.
Walls. Like it's like walls now
Uh.
rather than seeing like the other shops and everything. It's just solid walls basically where everything is. It's pretty weird.
Just like a normal building. Yeah.
Hmm.
There's still the
There-
yellow lines.
The lines are still there. Those are like painted in, but the you'll notice that the shelves are a lot more bare as well. There's
Sure.
not a ton of things on them.
It's like going to a vacation town in the off season. It's
Kinda,
yeah,
weird
there's
and
just
kind of
not much.
empty, kind of liminal.
I'm gonna name it Slice of Hawks from now on. Till they fix it. Because it's like a slice of the.
Oh, I see. So I think, I don't know, we could probably go to the library.
I think the library would be our
Yeah.
next stop, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Because then Dav could finish the spell thing and we can bring that note.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So you can get on the little transit thing, back up a little bit north to the library that's near the school. And
You know, it's like fidgeting. There's like a slow buildup of anticipation with Dav as he's
The
getting
spell.
excited to actually write
Yeah.
a spell in his book because he's never done this before.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, I think Euphemia's a little spacey today. Like, she's trying to keep up, but she's just like, she keeps drifting. Thinking about a lot of stuff.
Makes sense.
but you get to the library, you're able to make it inside. It's fine. But you're just looking for your spell?
Yeah, I'll go find like my special friend, the librarian attendee that was super helpful last time. Probably like way above or like way below her statue in the or her position in the library, but
Yeah, there's like a little desk that's kind of nearby that they set up the book that you can copy things over from. And that'll just keep an eye to make sure that nothing bad happens to the master copy.
hey, it's my first time, so
I'll just copy it
let me
over
see here.
word for word, yes.
Okay,
And
yeah. Cool. Do I put it like right on to like my magical stuff, or do you
Oh,
want me
hey.
to like copy first and then like in my own time? I don't know what's kosher.
You just need to transcribe it from one to the other. So just
Yeah,
copy it over.
but like to my magical one, or should that be a more private moment, or should I do that here?
What do you mean a magical one?
Well, like, am I just writing down everything on a
Well,
regular
hey,
piece of paper? Yeah.
You already did this. I just remembered. It can
Hmm.
give you spells to copy over. Dev definitely
Mhm.
knows how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
That's different. This is the library.
This is a library
Way
spell.
more official.
It's different.
It's much more efficient. That was just true.
You just
But yeah,
basically put it in the notes about it, the practice, the motions, all of that. You've written it all down, components.
Cool. Yeah, in question though, like, is he anytime we transcribe stuff from another book, is it going directly onto the materials, or is that like a final thing that they have to like? Because since it takes hours, is it like practicing on the motion on like regular paper and then taking that goal to transcribe it onto like the official spell book itself?
So
It's like a
the
final
way I'm
step?
picturing it is like you got this paper you bought, you're writing it on the
Mhm.
paper, and then you're gonna stick it into the spell book, and you're adding to your book.
And it, like,
So it's making your book thicker with more spells because you copied over from
Yeah.
the master book to your paper, write it
Yeah.
down, and then you attach it to your book.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine.
That's
Sweet.
how I imagine it. I mean, if you have something
Yeah,
different
for
about
sure.
it, but
Nah, that's fine. Nah, I like it. Yeah, I'll do that real quick.
so yeah, it
think it
takes,
takes like an
hour
hour.
for you to do it. So
so we could go up to the counter and ask somebody about this note. Unless Eleanor has other stuff she wants to do.
I think I can help. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we wanted to research. For the time being, no. I'll just help you with this.
so you
I would get Winnie to start looking into the two things that lady wanted us to hunt down.
The
The
Manticore
creatures?
and
Mm-hmm.
Bullet and Manticore. Okay,
Yeah.
so she can look at that.
And maybe send Dav to help her with that or something.
when he's done.
Or if Dav wants to help Euphemia, because he might be more smart about that stuff, that I can help Winnie with the monster thing.
So you bring the note up to an attendant there, and they look at it. Give me a moment, and they start like flipping through some. You get a book, and they start flipping through it. I believe this matches up, and they slide it over, and it looks like the letters match up with things that are part of the Sylvan language, or very much so like the Fey language.
There it is.
So this looks like it matches up, so it probably is related to this, I guess.
I would go ahead and describe like the toad guy and all of the black goop and then the little fella that was with. And even just say like, does that sound like, do you know anything about Fae or?
I do not, unfortunately. That is very odd sounding. Did you see this, or?
Yeah, we encountered them, actually.
Oh my.
That's how we got the note.
So
In the
we're
city?
trying to understand the nature. In the city. Not where anyone lives, no.
Still within the city limits, though? You reported this to a guard?
Should we?
It sounds awful. Whatever that beast is.
We will then. We weren't sure how much it's patrolled over there, or how much anybody even wants to expend energy in that area, as no one is living there.
Are you lying?
That will report it?
Yeah.
Half lying?
Roll me a deception roll.
Oh no, I'll use...
Well, do you have a blessing? You have a blessing.
You have a blessing, too.
I roll. Yeah.
What's your rolling?
Oh.
What'd you roll?
Oh, hold on, I'm adding.
Okay.
I got a 9.
What did you
Bad.
use?
I used my blessing.
You used a blessing. Okay. So 9?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This attendant looks very concerned as you say that.
Oh, sure.
All right, well, thank you. And it closes the book and begins to walk away.
Do you have other books on Fae that we could
I'm
look
sure you
at?
can find it, and just walking off.
Whoops. We should have told her we were going to talk to Watchlight. That would have cleared things up.
Yeah.
Okay. I
whatever.
guess I will try and go find a Fae section on my own, then, if she just left.
Yeah, I'll try and help.
If you see something, say something. And that's what she's doing. All right.
Oh, man.
So, you start scouring around and
Yeah.
looking. Give me an investigation roll.
Oh, yo.
You can do advantage if I'm helping.
Okay. Investigation 14.
And Rach, you got your blessing back.
Good timing.
Oh,
Wow.
thanks.
That's nice.
That's exciting.
It's a good thing you used it.
So 14. So you find some books and begin to look through them. And this will take a while as you're kind of shot in the dark right now on what you're looking for.
Sure.
But as you're just digging through, looking through book after book after book, you're not finding anything that seems like what you're describing for the big creature.
Nothing about, like, Fae behavior would be the other thing that I'd be trying to look at. Like,
That-
their reputation, even, I guess.
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint that down too, just because it seems like a very broad topic.
Okay.
with your 14, what you're kind of picking up is it really depends on both, is it nightmare related or dream related? And a lot of things can have kind of a trickster mentality or a very like whimsical mentality behind it. And some could have a more sinister if it's more nightmare related. Like it's mean types of jokes and tricks that they play, depending on what
Sure.
it is.
Okay.
But
Okay. Well, it's something to start with.
it does seem like there is a wide variety of ways that Fae can show themselves, though. And it's not super well understood because it seems like it is beyond the normal natural planes.
Okay. And there is that dream connection, though, so that's good to know.
Yes, there's a dream connection to the Fae.
Okay, cool.
But that would take you a while to get all that with
Sure. To
Eleonora.
find all of that.
So
Cool. And then Winnie we were gonna ask her to look into
Manticores and
Manticore stuff.
sure.
Maybe send
Another-
Dav her way too when he's done. Unless you were gonna do something else.
Maybe smooth over things with the librarian, but yeah. Cover up y'all's messes. Nah, just kidding. All about the Manticore.
So you can give an investigation roll as well, Dav.
That's me.
What?
That's not me. That's normally me. 11.
11.
You have a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a D4. There's a D4. It's hiding in the corner. Whoa, I cannot read that. That's a 1. 12.
12
Nothing.
total.
No.
Okay.
Got
So use
bullied
your
into that
blessing. Yeah. Gotta think for yourself. Don't
Peer
let
pressure.
Rachel
I
push you into
know.
it.
What would
Um,
Mark do?
So 12 for your check. And Winnie rolled a 17.
Good.
But yeah, she knows more about these creatures. She's like studied monsters in the past, so she has a little bit quicker way she can find things than Dav, who is less monster focused.
Minotaur. Monster. You found it? Okay, great.
But through looking at the books, manticores are generally considered to be evil creatures. They are usually fairly nasty. They have a humanoidish head with a lion's body and wings like a dragon almost, and spikes on the tail that can be flung out and impaling people. But yeah, they are pretty evil. They can have masters occasionally, but they sometimes need to be provided for through some sort of prey or thing that they desire through that way. But in general, like, they're not the smartest creatures in the world. They're more monster than anything.
Hey, Winnie, do you see anything about like general weight that they grow to, or like transport ideas? Yeah, stuff like that.
Like the weight of it, you're asking?
Yeah, like if it's more than 500 pounds, typically.
On average, it probably is pushing pretty close to 500.
Okay.
I just looked up the average mass of a lion, and then plus wings on top of it. It's probably pushing pretty
There you
close
go.
to 500.
I was estimating about the same.
Well, Winnie, if it's stupid, maybe we can like chase it closer to the taxidermy place and then just kill it right outside the door or something.
Oh, perfect.
It can fly pretty quickly,
Chase
though.
it in.
She points to, like, it
Chase
can
it
move pretty
into
fast with its
it.
flight. It can outrun us, I'm sure. Or outfly
We'll
us.
see. Maybe not you and me. Maybe the other two. Slowpokes.
But yeah, that's your guys' study.
Sweet.
So, as the afternoon kind of pushes onward, as you guys wrote your spells, did your study, anything you want to do as it's now mid-afternoon? More studies or things like that?
Stop by Addison, probably.
I think that would be our next stop, yeah.
Okay.
Unless there's anything else Dav wanted to do.
Hey, Winnie. Hey, Winnie. Before we meet up with the other two, do you wanna help me try out this spell?
Oh no.
Not in the library.
No, not in the library. Like outside. Like we'll wait outside for the other two. I'll let you ride on it.
All right.
And he's gonna ritually cast Tensor's floating disc while we're waiting outside.
All right. So that's what?
Takes an
Second level?
hour and 10
First
minutes.
level? First level spell.
First level spell. Oh no, duration's an hour.
It's
Just
10
gonna
minutes,
cast it with action. Sorry. Takes a drop of mercury. I guess we picked that up with our components.
That's in your component pouch.
Cool.
It
That's
doesn't
what it
seem
says,
like
do
it's
not
consumed
touch.
either, so it's probably like in a little
I hope
vial
not.
or something.
Oh, that's cool.
That's my think about, actually.
Just kind of.
Yeah,
I think
that's
for, like,
crazy.
It's 10 minutes of just stretching it out.
No mishap.
I imagine him just like tipping it and it goes bloop and it makes the disc.
I just like a pizza everything. Like.
Yeah.
No mishap, though. Spell goes off fine.
Woo.
Okay. Just sit on that. It'll be fine. I'm gonna show it off when they come out.
Okay.
Like slowly spinning like a display thing. Like
Hold it.
So as long as you're within 20 feet of it, it just stays where it's at and
Yep.
floats there.
wild.
Oh, there you go. Come out.
So eventually you guys can come out and see this.
Oh.
By this point, too, the day has cleared up and it's sunny again.
Oh, cool.
That's nice. I feel like,
Oh.
unfortunately, with all the rain, though, like if I take my hood off, my hair's gonna go from the humidity.
Oh, you did it. This is very nice.
Yeah. Watch. I start walking about 22, 23 feet and just starts floating afterwards.
Very nice. That will be helpful.
That could really be helpful.
Yeah, you get sore feet for the manticore, you know? Totally.
No, that's good. Well, perfect. I hope that will be helpful. I'm glad you thought of it, Davril.
Thank you guys for going with it.
Of course.
It's nice to see you get to expand your skills.
Thank you.
Glad we found enough random money on the road to be able to afford it.
For real.
I still don't quite understand why that is happening, but...
All right.
Mathing it up.
Does it,
All right.
Does it look bad to have a floating disc and someone riding on it through the city, or is that like a show of good magic? Is that too immature?
I think you'll get looks, and I think we're trying to blend in. Right,
All right, sorry, Winnie, and I dismiss it.
Maybe another city when we're not trying to blend in quite as much. Or even on the road, if you'd like to do it on the road when we're traveling.
Heaven's
There you
Reach
go.
is so rigid.
What?
Heaven's Reach is so rigid.
I don't know if it's Heaven's Reach so much as it... we didn't want to
Just
draw
need a low
attention.
profile. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's noticeable, but like other people will have spells like this too in the city. Like you probably have seen a couple
sure.
others, but like you take note of those people, and that's what you're trying to do is lie
Yeah.
low. So
Right.
Yeah.
We're trying to avoid the notoriety.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is good to know that like Heaven's Reach is like people are freely.
Yeah, people are casting magic.
And there's like
There's-
floating
Yeah.
towers and stuff. There's definitely,
there's
Yeah.
magic presence here.
yeah.
Mhm.
Dav's like both wants to get out of here, but also like, at least I can freely cast magic. So,
Yeah. Eleanor's not quite like
yeah.
so much at him with it. Yeah.
Just let me spider climb on the ceiling with this
Oh, yeah.
mishap. Like,
Please. Yeah, but we'll stop by Edison's, I think, on the way back before we go.
So yeah, pretty close to the watch light, so you just head over there. You can ask an attendant, and they'll go and call him down. He'll take about 10 minutes to get down to you, but he will show up. Let me pull up his art here.
Is there anything interesting that goes on while we're waiting in those 10 minutes? I mean, I would just be kind of watching people coming in and out or listening around.
It's pretty mundane stuff.
Is it like a lobby? Like, how big's the building?
Mm-hmm.
You're not
How
actually
many
in the building. You're
people
like
are
at a gate outside of it, but like
Oh.
it is like a fairly solid looking building that you're looking at, but
Okay.
you're not actually invited
Mhm.
into the building.
Oh, okay.
It's more like a gate, and there's like a courtyard area that you
Okay.
kind of wait for him.
I think while we're waiting, Dav will just go up to like the guard or like whoever's just kind of running the gate and just be like, hey, just while we're waiting, I'm kind of curious. Any further news from Northport? Have like you guys been able to quell things? You know?
I mean, don't worry, we're taking good care of it. People are we're the best people on it.
Yeah, just wasn't sure if it was like still we are on it or if we're like we did it, sort of like update.
Still working on it.
Oof. Good to know. It just goes back looking like, giving the two of you like, we really hope we didn't do that.
Not really a change, huh?
Read between the lines on that one.
Mhm.
Edison will come on down, and as he comes over, he flips out his new lighter and lights up a cigarette and starts walking closer to you.
Yay!
Oh, cool.
He's using it. That's even better.
Hooray! I'm glad it works. How sad would it be if it like doesn't work? It's like the
It's
cheapest
like-
thing.
Secretly, just a chintzy thing on the inside.
Yeah.
Oops.
No, Eleanor would never.
Right? She's
Rips off the
standard.
outer stamp
Yes.
that makes it look gold. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, the gold's already wearing off on the ends because it's just like super cheap.
cheapskates.
His
That's something
fingers are
Dad would
slightly
get
green.
for sure.
Yeah.
This looks fancy. Eleanor will love it. And it only costs me a silver.
But he'll approach you. Good afternoon.
How are you?
Doing fine. How are all of you?
Still here?
Good to see.
No nightmares either. I don't know if you happen to have any.
This last evening, no.
Interesting.
We did
Uh,
have a visitor, though, last night. Some
See.
kind of giant teleporting creature that tried to eat me.
Did it look like a toad?
Yes?
Some reports
why
got
would you ask?
around. That's
Yes, that's what I wondered.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that was us.
But there was some little other creature with it, and it kind of seemed like Ram almost. So we're wondering, maybe it was attracted to the curse. It could feel it.
interesting theory. Do you plan to pursue it?
Yes, there's two of them. A big one and a little one. The little one left an apology note. Written in Sylvan?
Yeah.
Sylvan.
Very interesting. Well, I hope to hear any updates you may have if you look into that more.
Possible. They could be a source of information if we could find a way to communicate with them better.
Yes.
Have you found out anything? Any developments on your end?
The mushroom, I believe, we may have found out what that is. It's not natural to this plane. I believe it is believed to be native to the Nightmare Realm. Called Nakyu Shroom.
Knock your socks off, shrooms.
Nakyu Shroom. But that is...
Would I have heard in all of my, like, plant studies of, like, I guess the likelihood of plants from other planes being present here?
You can roll a nature roll.
Okie dokie. Ooh, 15 plus 5, so 20.
Nice.
Okay. Majority of circumstances, they are separate. Like, again, like kind of like the natural planes, like you're on, are intended to be separate from different other planes, like the Nightmare Realm, that type of thing, or like heavens or whatever. So it's very odd to have something. It would have to be brought in by somebody else.
Okay. So it's not native to here. That makes sense, especially if it's connected to the hags.
Yes. So we're going to continue looking at it. It does sound like it is a type of mushroom that can be enchanted to change shape and form other shapes. So, like some creatures can shapeshift, this thing can also be used in a similar manner.
And controlled by someone else.
Animated in some way?
Or does it gain a consciousness?
It does not gain a consciousness. It's kind of whatever enchanted it uses it for its purpose.
Would it be similar to, like, you know, like an unseen servant spell? It doesn't have capabilities, but you can kind of move it about on its own type of thing.
It would be somewhat similar to that.
All right.
It's almost like a prolonged alter self is what I've heard about it.
Oh.
So not fully an illusion, more of a transformation.
It is a true shapeshift. It is not an illusion.
That would explain quite a bit then.
Yes.
Is there any other instances that it has been seen here on the plane or in other records?
No, I'm aware of. Typically, these types of things don't survive too well on their own, but something is being cultivated by, say, a coven.
Right.
It can
Planted here,
survive.
yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, that's very helpful.
It leaves a lot of questions, though. Why the switch? Why go to all that effort? To show someone who couldn't even actually say what happened? Who wasn't even capable of communicating that?
I would guess the suffering aspect on that end, but
No one comes after you.
The dagger that they used. I've seen that before, Edison.
Really?
It was in the Nightmare I Had in Edgeport.
Well,
So it makes me wonder what other bits are coming through where they're showing, flaunting.
I think still the action of trying to figure out how maybe we can break the curse that is upon you. Whatever is afflicting you. Maybe a good first step.
There was another. I've been thinking about. I haven't spoken to Electa since in a while. Have you recently, or was it when you started investigating?
Not recently, I haven't.
I sent her a letter when we were in Edgeport. I didn't give her details. I didn't want to alarm her, but I did ask her to be careful. If something happens and we disappear again, is there any way you could make sure she's okay?
I can do what I can.
I would appreciate that. I don't know how far this stretches.
Edison, how would you propose the next step in helping break her curse then? Because we have gone to down many temples and they have not given us many. They've given us answers, but not next steps.
It is a very difficult thing to track down because of the ties to ancient magic. This is not practiced by many, and most are unknown.
What about researching ancient magic?
And most of that is lost to time. It is something I'm digging into and looking for as much as I can, but it is going to take time. It's not going to be a simple task.
I can see what's left over up at our place.
You mean Icewolf?
Yeah, if it helps her. If it helps you, Euphemia. I didn't go back, so I don't know what's left.
If Watchlight has been there, or people have been there since, do you think there's even anything worth finding?
I don't know if anyone has.
I'm not sure if anybody has gone, but I'm guessing somebody would have.
I mean, our libraries are grand. I doubt everything's gone.
So, you said you have your friend that you can perhaps look into, and you have maybe the ruins of your group. I will use the resources I have here to see what I can find. Good pursuits, I think.
I don't know which one. I don't know which direction would be wise to go in first. I guess that can be something we discuss. Is moving towards one of those two locations something, and this is not an expectation, more just I'm trying to understand how much you want to be involved in our end of things. Is that something that you would be willing to take us to save some time, or are you planning on staying here for the time being?
I do think this would be something that you should handle. I can pursue my connections and through the various means that the Watchlight may be able to provide, because you do not have access to that. But these other things are things you can take care of. without pulling me away from my
Sure.
investigations.
If we were to switch places again, how do we even begin to catch up the other version of you on this? We haven't spoken to him in quite some time. I mean, I gave him a little bit of an update, but I don't know where he's at.
Convince him.
Do you think?
You have my lighter.
You
You-
are reasonable. So I think that you would listen.
Would you be willing to put a couple outlined updates, really simple lines in your handwriting of where we're at in the investigation? We went to Arrow Run, we uncovered this. This is what we discovered. That way we could hand it to him. It'd be a quick update. You'd believe your handwriting more than ours. Though it could be forged, but
I think it will do the same thing that lighter would do.
For you, it'd be enough.
yeah, I just wasn't sure if writing it down would help you catch up quicker, but I guess we could just tell you now that I think about
I
it.
can explain things quite succinctly if need be.
We can tell you what we know. If there's something else that you know that you think the other you should also know.
Yeah.
Oh, that you don't want to share, type of thing. Is that
You
what you're saying?
seem to have a working relationship already with him. I think it would come better from you than from some mysterious note from himself.
True. Yes.
I'm just double checking. We do have a way to contact him if we do go to the
Yes.
other room, right? Okay.
Yes.
That was the only other reason I was thinking letter if we had to put something in the mail, but
Edison, without saying too much here, how willing would you be to accept resources from my own sources? Is that something you feel cautious about, or is that something that you'd be willing to indulge if I find anything on my end?
I would be willing to hear them.
Sure.
But source does need to be considered.
Of course.
do you have any interest in our explanation of this other group that is now at the Wizard's Tower? The ones that saved us. Does it have any interest to you to be partake in that? If we were to switch that up.
I'm pretty tied up with my current investigation at this point.
I just wasn't sure if knowing that there are potentially 2 timelines would aid in your investigation if you would want to get involved in that. But if not, again, we understand. But we are trying to get there at some point and
Well, yeah,
far out.
I mean, I think it is good to be aware of that. We probably need to seek out how to get back at some point, because
Yeah.
if that plane is more connected to the Nightmare realm, that might be important in breaking the curse or contacting Euphemia's friend or any of that. So,
Are you asking something specific of me?
no, just that you know that that might be something on our trajectory as well, in order to help figure this out. So,
Yeah, no, I was asking if you were going to give us a ride if you were interested in going with us, but
no.
you're not. Yeah, no, I get that.
He
I
already
get that.
said he's busy.
I know, I'm just putting that out there. He was just clarifying, so I was clarifying my intentions.
Sure.
I already know the answer, just
Well.
communicating.
Again, if I don't see you, wish you
Yeah.
the best in your investigations. I will continue to do what I can from here and update you whenever I am able.
Sounds good. I'll check in with you tomorrow.
Thank you.
And Friday still seems like the day I should come here.
Friday would be a greater likelihood. If you feel like you are concerned, I could try to push something today.
Oh.
Just depends on how pressing you think it is.
Well, the way we've had to function is the sooner the better, depending on what happens. But we've asked a lot of you, so I will leave that up to your judgment, I suppose. I don't want to push it too much.
Do you have any plans for the rest of the day?
I do not.
Do you just want to wait around the area until this evening?
Sure.
You don't need to necessarily. If you contact me and I let you know that he is not willing to, but give me maybe an hour.
All right, then I'll check in with you.
Check in.
Sure. Thank you.
Have a good afternoon.
You too.
You will turn and start walking back inside.
Awesome.
Ooh. It's like late afternoon?
Yeah.
Late.
But with that, we can take a break here, and then we can come back and see where things go after this. So stick around, everybody. We'll be back shortly and continue on with this session. So see you all soon. we're back, friends, from our break. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks again for joining us. Thanks for being here. Welcome in for the new people who popped in. Appreciate you coming in. Hope you're having a good time. And yes, the art is great. That's done by Rachel. She's amazing.
Hi.
So
Thank you. You make me blush over here.
So you guys asked Edison to maybe try and persuade this individual to have a meeting earlier, other than waiting 2 more days. But we'll see. So you guys just hanging out and waiting around?
Well,
Yep.
if it takes like 8 hours average to craft something, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could go back to I could just meet you back at the house that we were staying at and get started on it.
Lord.
It would be late tonight, but
I hesitate splitting up, especially with that thing about.
true. Well, at least I have it. I guess the next time we have a day, even if it's not tomorrow.
Sorry, I didn't realize he would have the opportunity.
I didn't know if I would or not.
Oh, I mean, for making you wait. Because
Oh.
of him.
That's okay. Yeah, I guess we'll just wait then. Maybe we can find like some nice little place to hang out, like a little garden or something if it's not raining now.
Sure. Yeah, there's a spot you can find to sit and chill for a little bit. I'm gonna roll for Edison. I did not get a bless, so I'm not using anything. This is just a straight roll. Here we go. All right. So, wait the hour.
Kind of anxiously. But yeah, then I'll write him.
Here comes the chat blessing. Let's see. Does it go to me? That would be pretty.
Phantom,
Interesting.
That's so funny.
No,
It's me again.
but you already have one, so that goes
Oh,
to
no.
myself.
I have
You're the-
one.
You're the chosen one today.
Yeah, what
Really
is going
likes you.
on?
I'm gonna like pick flowers and leaves and stuff for the hour that we're here. I'm just adding to my
Sure.
collection
I'll mic him out.
on,
Fly around a little bit.
on default.
Yeah.
So the hour goes by. And
Yeah.
message him. Let me roll for that. There's a thing we gotta do now. You get a mishap, Rachel. Lucky you. Spell works though.
It's always nice.
Okay. Suddenly, as she like writes this and it glows and sends off, all of a sudden she gets like really blurry to everybody else. Like all of you are looking at her, and she's like under
Yeah.
the blur spell right now.
Oh, that's funny. Oh,
You good?
right. Yes, I'm fine.
We just stay still for a second.
It's a mishap. Didn't you feel it? Can I like will myself to like dissipate like the spell, like let go of it?
Nope.
Or okay, I was curious how
Almost like-
concentration spells like that work.
Well,
or
It's not
something.
concentration,
some-
so you're not
It's almost
concentrating
like
on it.
someone else cast it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Takes a small little stone and just like tries to chuck it at one image of her.
Roll with disadvantage.
Is that Dex?
Yep.
Without proficiency, I'm guessing. 14.
Still hits her.
it hits me.
Oh no.
Throwing.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you,
how I get you to stop.
Eyes.
Oh, okay.
But it went off. It leaves. I had written back down. It just says, "Sorry." He's very insistent that Friday.
Yeah, I will. I'll just write thank you for trying. and we'll try and stick around till Friday, essentially.
Again, I apologize. Oh yeah, you did another spell though. Let me roll for that. No mishap this time.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, so she just goes Friday. Well, let's go.
I'm checking with Heidi. Or we're just kind of leaving her be for a little bit.
She was supposed to look for jobs, so I can even check. She knows that we're here.
Were we still wanting to reach out to any of the other Monster Hunter leaders that did the ritual?
Well, we just have to be
Or we-
careful with that because of the whole Horde Hunters.
Well, even just saying, hey, remember when we tried out? Affecting
But we're
us.
supposed to be dead here, so.
Well, I wasn't there, which
Right.
I was probably the one most concerned about that. Maybe we could ask what Heidi thinks on that end. She might have some opinions there that we don't. Insights, I mean. And then we can make a decision from there. Maybe we can check in with her tomorrow. Potentially. Unless, is it not late? Because we could probably swing by. But...
I mean, it's probably like 5-ish or so in the evening.
So.
Just depends on how much time you guys want to spend doing stuff today. If you want to wait for things tomorrow, your choice.
Otherwise, we can head back. You can work on your potion.
It's fine with me too. Would you be able to start it tonight, or?
If I start it tonight, it's gonna go over into the night.
I go pretty late.
We're a ways from
Oh.
the house. That's, yeah.
There's no
I see.
fast transport either to the house. You'd have to walk.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be
Yeah.
better off just doing it tomorrow.
Sure. Well, then let's quick check in with Heidi and on our way out. And then tomorrow, if we're still here, we can sit about and you can do your potion if you like.
Are
That
you
would be good.
riding her or are you going there?
I guess. Is it because it's on the way over, isn't it?
Nope. You're going opposite direction.
It's the
Oh.
other direction.
What's on the way over that we were like, oh, it's on the way out? There's something. Was it the
Dalmay
Dalmane Temple?
Dalmay
No.
Temple is to the east. She is to the southwest. You guys are going north. So
Oh.
it's like
I think
School
Watchlight was
area-
on our way back one time, but
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's
Yeah.
what you were talking
the
about.
Watchlight Center, and a lot of the stuff is
Oh,
like
okay.
south that you guys were doing of Center.
Yeah, so I think at one point stopping at Watchlight was on our way back or something.
Okay, that must have been it. I just remember we
Mhm.
stopped at some
Yeah.
notable location because it was on the way
Mhm.
over. So,
Pretty sure that's what it was.
I'm still really bad with travel time, Mark. So I don't know what that would mean with any of this. So if you could help me out with that, and also with the Dalmane Temple, if we wanted to go to that.
So if you
Or
wanted
other
to
stuff.
go to both, you're probably going to get back pretty late.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you if you want to do both or not. You want to risk
We don't
Okay.
have any.
sending the written message to Heidi, or
Yeah.
how do you guys?
I'll
want to
just send a written message to Heidi.
Okay.
I'll just ask any news any news to be aware of, and then I'll say we weren't sure if, or I'll just say we might have some things to discuss in the next couple of days if we see you. Just because that seems like the Calvin thing seems like that'll take a lot of explanation. I'm not sure how much I could throw in there.
You just get back. Nothing official yet. Digging though.
Sounds good. I'll just say she doesn't have anything for the moment, so we can check in in a couple days.
Sounds good.
All right.
So, you guys are going to Dalmany Temple, then back to sleep?
I think so.
Okay. You guys offer any offering?
Yeah. I essentially give everyone a gold to split. Like,
Cool.
I can even say, like, I anticipated this, so I can even say I got some change of silver, when we were out, if you're okay with that, and just everyone kind of collectively does a gold.
Okay. Rachel, how's are those?
Eyes.
All right. Ashley, highs or lows?
Let's go highs.
Okay. Mike,
15.
you're going straight for 15. Okay.
I feel it. Feel it. This is the one gamble game in here that I just want to call my shot and make it happen.
All right.
It would be really satisfying if you were on.
Oh.
It'd be so satisfying to ride that high for so long.
I think even Dad would be like, yeah, you can dance around me for that one. I get it.
Right?
Sure.
Right.
Sounds good. So you guys do that, and you swing back up to the second house that you went to.
I just rolled a 16. That's funny.
Are there, is there more of a guard presence out now after the whole debacle? I'd be curious.
You would notice there is a little bit more of a presence that is visible here.
Okay.
Just a couple more though. It's not like
Interesting.
massive, but
Like
there's
swarming with like a search
40
party.
guards, yeah.
But you do notice that there's a few more guards who are just like patrolling, keeping an eye out.
They don't seem like they're like telling people not to go places or anything.
If you walk near one, then I just be careful. But that's about it.
Okay. Alright, interesting.
You guys go to your place. You go to rest. Typical watch order, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything specific anybody wants to do on their watches?
I don't think so.
Go ahead.
I'll alarm the house.
Alarm in the house. Okay.
Yep.
You have no mishap. Okay. But nothing specific for anybody?
I would just leave like some little flowers or something right outside of the alarm.
Outside of the alarm? Okay.
Just right outside of it. Like in a little intentionally, like a little bouquet. I'm just gonna leave it right out there at night.
Okay. All right. So, if you're all good with it, we'll just jump to the next morning. All of your watches go by uneventfully. But
Woo.
you you wake up, there's no issues, and the bouquet is still there in the morning.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it's been disturbed at all. But yeah,
They call my shot.
nothing crazy seemed to happen for you, but
Ah, dang.
you also didn't get a nightmare, so that's good.
Good
That was
enough.
very good.
All right, guys, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go do some more morning stretches, and I'll be right back.
All right.
I will cast Goodberry probably outside of the house just for safety.
Adjust this mishap level real quick before you do that. And no mishap.
Perfect.
Right. Do you guys have any plans for the day?
I mean, it seems like if Euphemia wants to make a potion, I would probably, I don't know, it's been a while since we've had a day, so I'll probably find, is the house big enough where it's like, I think you even said there's an upstairs, like I could probably go to a room. I'll leave the door open because I'm paranoid now, but like, I'd probably just kind of spend some time alone, and I would write down everything I could think of that I want to ask this guard, potentially, or the watchlight guy.
Sure.
And just a bunch of unanswered questions I have, and try and calm down enough to like draw or like do something that normally used to kind of help me. It's definitely like more difficult than it used to be, but there's been enough time now that something ridiculous hasn't happened that she seems to get her, like, have her head about her more than she has had in a little bit, so.
Okay. Anything specific you want to do? Because, I mean, Euphemia, are you going to start to work on the potion today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm crafting.
You guys are hanging out, Winnie will start working on that picture, Dav.
Hey guys, I found a street vendor on the way back. He gave me some food. So I tried his new potion. It's made out of monster juice, supposed to give you caffeine and stuff. Thought it'd be kind of interesting to try out. So
Ugh.
yeah, said it tastes bad, but it's really effective.
Not a sponsor.
Nice.
Yeah. It's important to clarify.
Whenever I see Monster, all I can think of is that one video of that lady saying that Monster is 666 or whatever, and the Antichrist.
I love that one.
It's so good.
I was like, every time I watch it, I'm like, it looks more like sevens to me, but okay. Like,
Yeah,
I don't get
right? Okay.
You do you, if you think those look
I
like
guess.
sixes. So funny.
All right.
Man. Yeah, I think I would just set up shop in whatever the kitchen used to be of this house.
Sounds good.
These houses pretty picked clean, by the way.
Majority
Yeah,
of them
it's
have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I Karis look at them?
Yeah. I mean, Eleonora is a little bit of a snoop, I feel like.
I mean, if you guys
She would
want
kinda
to,
look
there's
around.
the bleed over.
She is.
if you guys want to spend the day kind of like relaxing and maybe perusing through the house, you can. But
Yeah.
okay. So you two can both give me just a investigation roll, and Ashley, you can give me a herbalism kit check.
And you call me restless. But he's still joining you.
I got a 3, so.
Okay.
Or 4.
12.
And 12.
I'm gonna use my advantage to.
So really low.
All right.
Oh, for your potion?
Mm-hmm. 17.
Perfect. So you begin to work on your potion. They start looking around and just perusing for anything of note.
Secret doors, bricks that come out, walls that open up when we change the lights.
Yeah, I was like, knock on all of the walls
Yeah.
and the floors and everything.
So, Eleanor, you're not really finding much of a note. Like, there's just like some base furniture that was left behind. There's like some dirty things that are all kind of strewn about, like garbage stuff. Nothing really of major note. And oh, Tasty! Thank you so much for
I
the
know!
raid.
Exciting. I was just thinking about you
Thank
today.
you, Tasty. Good to see you.
It's Tito.
So as you are looking around, though, Dav, you find, as you're like messing with bricks, you find a brick in the hearth of the fireplace that slides out, and inside you find a little pouch that has 11 gold in it, and you find a wooden stake, like it's carved into a stake, like a piece of wood.
Oh, guys, we found the jackpot. It's vampire gold.
What do you mean?
Someone's afraid of a I think it's afraid of
Oh.
a vampire. That or they're camping and there's just one stake of their camping kit. I like to think vampire.
I mean, it does sound rather dramatic that way, so I understand.
Though, to be fair, if they were a true vampire hunter, they would probably have silver, not gold, but, you know, just want to point that out there.
All right. Do you, should I add it to our funds?
But if they're, like, from a vampire, now they're going to track us down, though. Be like, oh, you're so tasty, I'm your doom, you know.
I will take that chance. I think we need the money. I just, like, snatch it out of his hands.
You're no fun, Eleanor. Okay.
What, was I supposed to have fun with that? What would you have
Yes.
me do? About what? What?
Fun and business, come on. It's gold.
I'm sorry, I'm very focused.
Okay.
What, do you want to play a game or something? I can indulge you.
Oh, that was a game to me. Oh, you? Okay, well, you know what? That was my game. What's your game? Indulge me with your kind of game. Yeah.
Wait, let me see. I think I probably have a proficiency for a game. What's a fancy game?
Chess.
Yeah, I think she'd like chess.
Backgammon.
Back.
I don't get it.
Yes, well, I do rather like chess, but I don't have a set. Unless they happen to have a set. Do they have a set?
You didn't find one.
Oh. So, I don't know. Never mind.
Oh, we weren't that fancy. We just played checkers. Because then it doesn't matter what the pieces are.
Oh. True, actually. You can make your own set.
Yeah. Alright, I'll go find rocks for checkers then.
Alright.
All right.
His little project for the day.
I love that,
So
yeah.
cute. I feel like Winnie
Love
would
that.
be into that
I
too.
feel like
They
Winnie
would
would
both,
totally
go
be
for,
into
like
that,
yeah.
collecting rocks together. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Winnie, you're on the
For
board.
sure.
I'll go get rocks. We got a little paint. We got this.
So collectively, your day goes on. You have your little games, your little searching stuff, and Euphemia, you're able to create your potion without any issue.
Perfect.
And
Cool.
yeah,
Who wins? It's important.
so it's between you two. Give me an intelligence
Yeah.
roll off then.
Yeah.
Just straight intelligence?
Unless you have a proficiency with the game, but I don't think either of you do.
I don't. 17.
I'm tempted to use the advantage die.
We can go multiple rounds too.
11. He's touche.
She's like ding 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 ding, you know, like she checkers,
Eleanor
like,
has a
5
nice
things.
triple jump right at the end. It's just like,
Yeah.
what?
How'd you get 3 queens crowned?
Oh, I haven't played this in a while. That was
I
rather
didn't know
fun.
that was possible. Just defeat me already.
Oh, I liked toying with you a bit, but yes.
I'm
you want to go
winning
again?
now.
Yes, Winnie can have a turn.
Yeah, your day goes on. Pretty nice, calming day. It's sort of nice out too. It's like mostly sunny out as well, so not too bad of a day. But anything you guys want to do as it's afternoon time?
Is Winnie still
We
working on the
see.
drawing, or would she be done with that by now?
She
Sorry.
probably would have gotten it done during the day.
I like right as you're finishing up the potion, he'll probably just kind of walk in, and you see him sulking a little bit. He's like, Eleanor cheated at checkers, but well, it cheated because she's really good at chess. But then I tried to play checkers. We only have checkers, but anyways, here you go. And it's a little frame that's got like a Victorian kind of curls of like metal and like corners, and then there's no glass or anything. It's just a simple something to hold the panel, and then probably closes a little bit so it's a little protected.
I think she would just hold it and look at it and kind of. She would well up, but she swallows really hard. Thank you. This is really kind of both of you to do this.
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate it.
No, important family is to you. And it looks kind of like your drawings, like the charcoal version. Is kind of what I pictured in my mind.
Sure. Yeah. I appreciate it.
You should go beat her at chess. It'll make me feel better. Or checkers.
Yeah, maybe in a little while.
Yeah. Cool.
I think I would
That's
probably. Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
No, just that's that answer that like she actually won't ever get back to that. That's the introvert.
Oh
No.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think if it's nice outside, I would go give Eleonora this health potion, neatly labeled with the date and where it was made,
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice.
and
Awesome.
then I would just go like in the yard of the house or wherever for a little while, just like
Sure.
sit in the grass and put my hands on the ground and vibe with nature and stuff.
Nice
Probably for
relaxing day.
Yeah, the majority of the day, honestly.
Cool.
Whatever's left of it.
All right. So yeah, you guys have a pretty chill day. So good, refreshing day for you all. The evening will approach. If there's nothing else you guys want to do,
Yeah, I'm kind of letting the other two take the lead on what they want to do for the thing, and if they don't say much, then I won't really say much at the moment.
Okay.
So just mostly chill. It was probably good for all of them, I would assume.
okay.
I remember, real quick, did we actually look up anything about Acarol at the library in the early game? I don't feel like that was ever a subject of study, was it?
I don't think we did.
Don't think so.
Dav will probably bring up at some point. If we're gonna wait for a while, maybe another glance into ancient magic, and even Acarol might not be a bad idea at the library. See if there's anything here.
It's worth a look for sure. I do know that when I spoke with Death about it, not even he had heard of it. So I would be surprised.
Acarol. I'm just more interested in the ancient magic that might be connected. I might be able to pick up on connections because I've seen certain titles is more what I'm thinking, but yeah.
Yes, I think you certainly could look into that. It's tomorrow's the meeting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I guess I would have also messaged, I would have checked in with Heidi and Edison for any updates. Just a quick one.
So Heidi first. Heidi has no mishaps, and she'll just say, I have thoughts. Nothing solid though. If you wanted to stop by tomorrow.
Respond, I'll just tell them you can stop by tomorrow.
I was getting busy.
Okay.
I like it.
And then oh, look at that, a raised mishap level. Perfect timing for the second spell.
Phantom,
Just in time.
get out of here. Just kidding.
So the second
We
one
like
to
you.
Edison.
Yeah.
No mishap. Wow. Okay. You
Wow.
dodged it. You dodged it.
Awesome.
But that it jumped up to extreme now. With
Oh,
actually,
boy.
no wait, it's on the edge. It's still at high.
I would ask Edison what time to be there tomorrow, too, because I don't think we
That's a good idea.
So he
I refuse.
he gives you a name of like a tavern nearby and says meet there at after sunset.
After sunset.
Oh.
Okay.
And he gives you the name Scott Welter.
Okay.
Interesting. It was off the books.
Yeah. Actually. Okay. At the tavern. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
So I'll let them know that that's in the evening. So we can do Heidi first. We can research and then
Something else we might even look into is if these fey creatures are related to the dream realm, maybe we can get a little more intel, specifically if we have questions at the Domini Temple.
That's what.
How to tell, even, or
Sure.
other ways to contact them, or things that we could do.
Do we
What they
want
like.
to stop by there before we go to sleep tonight? Again.
Do you think it's been helping? I don't know.
I mean, we haven't had a nightmare since we started doing that, so. I mean, I'd say yes, but. And we could just ask then.
That's fine. At some point, I wonder if there is more information in Nightmares that will be useful.
That's
It
fine.
doesn't have to be tonight.
Yes, I would like to be alert for my meeting tomorrow.
That's fine.
So I think we do that.
So a
and we
quick
do
stop
another
to the
cold
Dalvin
split up.
Temple?
Yep.
Gonna do a little field trip at bedtime. A
Sure.
pre-bedtime trip.
In our little PJs. No, just
I
kidding.
was imagining
Eleanor
that.
would never.
That bumps in the last checker game. Oh man, we won't know who won.
Yep.
Oops. Oh, sorry.
Oh no!
I was
So
going to leave it for
clumsy.
when we got back, but
So clumsy.
we'll call it a tie. It was pretty close. It was like 12 to like 2 checkers left, so.
Deborah, are you feeling threatened?
No.
Deborah, you were quite smarter than me.
You just don't ever let me win at least one. My brother at least let me win once in a while.
You see, like, honestly, that, like, she just kind of smirks a little bit. Like, she's had that conversation a fair amount of times. Well, maybe if you try again, you'll win.
Yeah. Don't want you to pity me. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
So
And then you just see him. Thanks for pitying me, Michael.
so yeah, you do a temple. Rach, highs or lows?
Lows.
Ashley.
I'm gonna go lows this time.
Okay, and Mike.
6.
All right. Let's see.
Really tempted fate there.
Okay. All right. So you have that. You go back to rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Any alarm?
He feels the buzzes. Yeah, we're definitely alarming it.
Okay.
See me, you haven't done much magic lately. It's interesting.
I didn't need to today
Yeah,
when I was crafting.
it's just good. I feel like you're getting
guess-
a little like mindless with it at one point. So
Well, it was to hopefully trip the mishap so a bigger one wouldn't happen.
see, that's why I like
If
how
it was,
you think.
if it was
yeah.
gonna happen, I wanted it to
Strategic.
happen on a smaller spell.
That's true.
Not that they're better, but sometimes they're a little less dangerous.
Depending. The other night
It
was
depends.
interesting.
I
Yes.
didn't want to teleport to fail. Remember how risky?
Yeah, like a release valve or something. I can dig it.
Do your spell. Mishap happens, and you get 2 in
Perfect,
dexterity.
thanks,
You feel quicker.
Wow.
Ugh. Let's
That's
touch your hand.
He sets it up super quick. Still lose.
I'm gonna make a new bundle of flowers and leaves and just make it prettier than last time, and then I'll leave that
Okay.
again tonight.
Eleanor
We'll try.
will say as she's making it, be like, maybe try leaving a note to see what happens.
Okay.
You never
Hopefully
know.
they can read it. Maybe they'll find a way. I'll write a little note on a scrap of paper that just says, hopefully, not hi. It just says,
The smiley face.
I was gonna say
Oh.
smiley face.
Yeah.
I
Pictures.
mean, maybe pictograms. I think she'll just write a really short note that says, no hard feelings. Hope you and your friend stay safe.
Okay.
You should put a smiley face on there. Like, hey, you know. We
I think
recognize
it's fine.
Pictures might help.
us. What if he doesn't know how to read it though?
I think if they can teleport around and do all kinds of other special things.
I mean, so can we, and we can't read his letter.
Yeah. She's not gonna put a smiley face. She would never.
Alright. I'll put a smiley face if you don't want to. That's fine.
That's fine.
He,
He
like,
just writes it on there.
He sneaks out there like 30 minutes later. Like,
On
Just
his
a
what?
mage hand floating through the air behind you
Puts it
guys.
out there.
I mean, he has first watch too. He could definitely
Okay.
do it during his
He
watch.
does.
Yeah.
He can tamper with my note. He can tamper with it. I loved a bouquet. That's already speaks for itself. There was care that went into that.
So anything during you guys' watches?
I go out to the note. And I'll leave a good berry.
Okay.
And I'll sit
For
in the corner and I'm watching. from
Last
the
couple
window.
hours.
Okay.
So sneaky.
He didn't want to go against what you said, but he wanted to add something.
That's great. I love it.
Who's petty?
Anybody else have anything they're doing on their watches?
Yeah, I'm gonna start taking the tops off of most of the acorns that I picked up the other day.
Okay.
And then like making like little markings on them.
Perfect. Anything, Rach, from you?
Write death.
Okay.
That's. Go over my notes for my thoughts for tomorrow.
All right.
Do you have to roll mishaps when we write death?
We haven't.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, you guys go through the night. Nothing seems to happen. The bundle of flowers is still there in the morning. And so is the now no good Goodberry.
All shriveled up.
Now it's seen as an insult.
Do they just poof away or do they like rot immediately?
Yeah, it's kind of like withered down to like
Yeah.
useless. They,
Like a little scrap of a raisin or something?
yep.
Dav still tries it. What does it taste like?
A very dried out Goodberry. No benefit to you whatsoever, though.
Yeah.
Like a lone raisin type of thing.
Yeah.
It's a good raisin. Literally.
Right. So funny. So we got our long rest.
Yep.
I will start our morning with another Goodberry, speaking of.
Much better.
All right.
A fresh one.
This is a
No
lot more
mishap.
satisfying.
Wow, I've been really lucky with that one. I think almost every time I cast it, it's okay.
Just gonna say, guys, though, because you're staying out in the wilds here, it's been a while since any of you have had a nice shower or bath, so.
True.
We should try and find like a fountain or like a river or something out here.
Or
a pond.
Why don't we just pay for one room at a tavern
and
while
then
we go to
yeah.
Heidi's?
Okay.
Yes, I think that's a
Well,
great
the
idea. Let's
druid
do
was
that.
just like, let's just go find somewhere else.
Even Dav's like,
Like,
we got standards.
Eleanor looks quite pleased that Dav is somehow on her side.
Like, I don't go into the river, but I went into people's houses when they weren't home and used their shower at least. Come on. Raise your standards up a little bit. How do you think I learned thieves' tools? To take a shower.
She's really the only one that's pretty unbothered by being on
Yeah.
the road. Like, pretty
Yeah.
unbothered. It's probably better, to be
It's
honest.
fun.
Yeah, I think probably first thing in the morning.
Kelly.
What? Oh, Kelly! I
Kelly.
missed
She's She's alive.
We miss Winnie. Okay, anyway, I did a little call for Kelly, but I think my mic peaked and she
No,
didn't
we're
hear.
good.
But just okay, good.
Yeah.
So
Nope, we definitely heard. Kelly!
okay, so yeah, I think probably pretty early before we do anything else. Then we could go grab a room to rent and like clean up.
Okay. Sounds good.
Wash all our extra clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
Sure. So yeah, you can find a simple room for 5 silver to accommodate that.
Sure. I will note
It's in
that.
Red Dead Redemption, you pay for a shower, not a room, so it makes sense.
Raw
like
clean.
the adventures.
Nice.
Putting it out there, because Dav would cast Mage Hand to help him. So just soap on the back and stuff, so to
Okay.
help release Velvet. Now that he got permission from Euphemia to release Velvet,
You're gonna miss
She
that,
didn't
friend.
give him permission,
that's
but
what he
okay.
took from the conversation.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh no.
The
Oh,
more you do little spells, the more release valve will be when you do the big one.
Oh dear.
Yep,
did I miss
that's what
that?
he heard.
I think I missed the chast blessing too. Let me roll that real quick. Mike, you get a blessing.
Wow, thanks.
And a mishap too.
special.
Yay!
So special.
We're all in the same room, right? So we see this happening. Or is it all different? I guess
like-
I don't
Yeah,
know
it'll
how
be
it
a single
works.
room you guys have. Clean up in.
I'm also in the shower using
Yeah.
Mage Hand for
Yeah.
the soap.
Oh no, I'm not.
Do that.
I wouldn't. I'm not saying I'm trying to stop him. I was just
Oh,
wondering, like, if we're
okay.
seeing it happen, or if
You're
it's,
close
like, we're
by.
out of the room
If-
waiting for
If we're
him.
close enough for the mishap that we would know.
But yeah, as Dav is in the shower, all of you suddenly take 3 points of psychic damage as Dav casts the Smite and just zaps everybody in the brain.
Is it all, like, including me or just the other
Yes,
three?
including you, everybody.
Okay. Oh, it's really hot! And then just ah! It's everyone. Whoa,
Yeah,
sorry. I was trying to
doing?
release
Just from the
Velvet.
shower.
I was trying
Sorry.
That hurt.
Sorry about that. I was trying to release Valve.
What? Well, no, we
Because
don't need to
some
do
of the-
that right now. We don't need to do that right now.
Well, yeah, because you don't want it to be like really high when we need
Well, we don't-
something.
But we don't
we
need
don't
anything
need
right now.
Cast anything right now.
Dad, we had a great system going. We don't need to introduce a new system now.
Did you feel how like
Yes.
up on the
but-
neck that was? No, it was a great
We-
idea Euphemia had.
Okay, we're gonna make a new rule right now, all right? The new rule is, if you want to release Velvet,
Hey.
walk off far away from all of us
Okay,
and go in the
okay,
middle of a field and go do it. All right?
sure. Can we? 2 rules. Can we not fight while I'm taking a shower? Can I finish up real quick and then you can scold me in a
Don't cast any
second?
more spells. Yes.
Okay, I'll be right out. Okay, sorry about that. Didn't think it'd be that bad. This is like some of the worst that's gonna happen though at these levels.
Thanks, Kelly.
I
no,
won't
Well-
cast any more spells. It's fine. I'm sorry.
no.
Well,
Davril, remember her cantrip
The other
that almost
night,
killed
that-
all of us?
that was a cantrip.
I almost died. I went down immediately.
To be fair, yeah.
If you
It
did
was
that
bad.
in an inn, you would kill multiple people with that. That's why I'm so strict about this.
Sure. No, you're right. Who's next?
So-
I heard you. I'm just saying there's no point.
Sure.
I get it.
She seems a little extra salty because of how bad that mishap was a couple days ago. It's still pretty big on her
Oh,
mind.
yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, it's been on Euphemia's mind too. She feels
Mhm.
terrible.
Yeah, I'm sure.
She really hasn't cast so much magic since.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, then we can all get cleaned up. But...
All right. So, head into town, clean up. Dav has his moment of pain that he provides for the party. I get a blessing
Yeah,
thanks to
thanks.
Kelly because
Blessing.
Kelly's not playing today, so I get. she can
Kelly,
use it.
thank you. You blessed him.
Kelly!
Thanks so much,
Does
Kelly.
that count for Winnie now?
Oh, it's me. All me.
Okay, well,
Winnie doesn't
I
have a
tried.
roll. All her rolls, she doesn't have a roll recently. So we'll see.
Oh man.
We'll see if she has to roll anything.
we could ask her to do some more research at the library.
Yeah, on purpose.
I don't have to use it for her either.
I know.
All right.
So I think Heidi probably would be first, I would guess.
Yeah.
Sure. So you are making your way to the center of town. You're probably getting there about noon, I would guess, with everything that's been happening.
Jake's gif in the Discord.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to look at that in a second.
It's perfect. So
Yeah.
accurate too.
That's killing me. That is so funny.
Give me
He's just,
one
like, in
moment.
there like, I mean, she could use unseen servant to brush her hair. I can't even use mage hand to help me take a shower.
So angry.
I literally swapped out Unseen Servant like 7 months ago.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, that's why I didn't say it, because I know that you haven't done it in a while.
Of
but
course, yeah.
I can hear
He still
doubt
thinks
just
she
like
does
under his
it.
breath.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, actually, he probably hasn't done it in a while, but it's still.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Yeah, I think you could tell Eleanor probably just seems really on edge today.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
so she's pretty short.
Dev already knows. That's kind of why he's like, I got you. Like,
Yeah,
I
just
get it.
That was nice of him. It's his way.
Like, I'm just gonna let this go because
Yeah, that's nice.
like I'm not gonna stop casting magic, but I'll just do it not as often. So we
Yeah.
can win this one. All right.
Oh my gosh.
So you head over to Heidi's,
hmm
and she's at her shop on this Friday. Yeah, you guys gonna walk in. She'll. One moment, I'll be right with you. She's with a customer at the moment. And
I was just
She-
living in my mind right now. How
she's 100% like playing it up like you guys are strangers to her at this moment.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I think I would just kind of like wander in between all the quilts and like look at them and probably just like maybe run my hands over a couple of them and just check everything out while I'm waiting. And maybe even kind of listen to whatever she's talking to them about, but I'm sure it's not that interesting.
Yeah, it's just quilt related things.
Quilt things.
But eventually, she seems like she wraps it up with this customer and they leave, and she turns to you and watches them leave.
Good
And,
day.
right. Well,
Hello, ma'am. We're here to try out your nice
Dev.
quilts.
no one's here.
Oh,
You can stop.
you were pretending. Yeah. Hey.
How are you, Heidi?
I'm doing fine. How are all of you?
I'm sorry. I'm really distracted by chat and gifts right now. But hi everyone. You guys are funny today. Okay.
We're doing all right. I mean, kind of like got scolded for too much. Oh, that's probably redundant. We're doing okay.
We are fine, yes. We're glad to still be here. So it seems like we might be around for a bit. That's never a guarantee, but it seems to be the case for the moment.
Possible.
Probably leaving tonight after we said that, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm still looking for jobs for you. Again, I'm trying to find something definitive. I've reached out to contacts, but that will take some time to get back. I have been compiling a list of some ideas of things that maybe you could look into, though, if you are interested for some work.
That would be great.
First of all, there's the monster that killed 3 of you. You always hunt that down. As far as I know, that's still out there. Lakeside might have more information on that. And I'm sure they would pay to have a creature like that disposed of.
Did you say Watchlight? Sorry, I missed.
Lakeside.
Would have that
Lakeside.
information. Oh, Lakeside would have, yes.
I've also heard some rumors. I don't have any definite information, but I've heard rumors that Midrock has some trolls to the north of them that they've had some issues with in the past. Perhaps you can
Oh.
go and take them out.
Yes. Those are the ones the exterminators took care of.
The other way.
Okay. Anyways, there's that. Again, this is just sort of out there thinking, but it's a possibility. Everborn is pretty isolated out there. Not many people go up north to that point. Most people will travel through Deerview instead of Everborn to get to Heaven's Reach if they're coming from the north. So they're pretty isolated. You can always check it out. Maybe they would have some interest in getting the mines back up and going. I've heard that they're down. They've been overrun by other creatures. So that is always an option. But head over there and offer your aid to people there. Those are my ideas at this point. Again, no solid jobs at this point, but it's prospects you could reach out to people on.
Sure.
Yes, no, those are very good. Did they give you any information about the monster at all when they reported their deaths to you? Or just they died in a monster attack? It was...
I don't even think they know what it is.
Oh, alright.
We might
Oh,
have
because
been
they
the only
found
ones
their
that-
bodies on the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we might be the only ones
Oh,
that know what it looked like.
I have no idea what the monster is.
it's stitched together beast.
So you already have an advantage compared to other people.
We do. No,
There you
that's
go.
very true.
We're the only ones who probably saw it.
Witnesses to our own murders.
Ugh,
The perfect people to
Murder.
send.
yes. Well,
Just imagine
And
the
I-
headlines in the local paper about those once murdered by this thing, slay it and bring it back. Wouldn't that be amazing?
that would certainly be interesting.
Notoriety for the group.
Yes. Interesting. And sorry, Edgefor is kind of up north where Dad was talking about. where
Everborn?
his place was.
Everborn is.
Or
to the
sorry,
north.
Everborn, yeah.
Would be kind of on the way. Yeah,
Okay.
I was looking at that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Interesting.
Midrock is south of Everborn.
right. It would be possible to go to Midrock and then hit Everborn and go up. It would just be a little bit more out of the way.
True. If we take care of things in Lakeside, we could stop by Yellowfield as well.
I also thought
If
that. I
you
wonder if
want
that
to-
would be.
Connect with Idgin or anything. You said that you were going to send a letter, potentially, Heidi.
I've already sent a letter to it again. Just will probably take some
Thank
time
you
to
for
arrive.
doing that. Yes, that's what I thought. Well, that's helpful though. I'll keep an eye on the stone as well if he decides he wants to reach out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, can you indulge me? How exactly do you know Idgin then? You're not close friends, just contacts?
We've worked together in the past.
And you sort of had your own organization, and he sort of had his own organization? Is that how that worked?
We've had connections in the past through our work, yes.
Sure. Are you connected anymore?
To him currently?
To wherever you... No, to your own.
I am retired from that life.
Alright. I wasn't sure how much of the Monster Hunter was a front, or
I am
what was the whole
working
thing
here,
about?
and I am sending out the next generation to go and
I see.
take care of business.
Perfect. Right. No, I think those are good. The only other thing I think we were considering and wanted your opinion on it before we tried to pursue it. One of the things that we were looking into was the ritual that studied someone's blood. The one that gave us the mishap affliction that did not do it here. But originally, Calvin was a bit friendly with us and sent us over to you. I don't know if that's how it happened here, though.
Yes,
Yes.
where's Calvin?
So we were trying to see if we could get details or insights about that piece in general. But we weren't sure how unwise that would be, or if it was a risk, could something not. We got a bit of information from Desmond about it, but
Mm-hmm.
a bit vague.
Is an option. I don't know what goal you're looking to have with that, though. It's just a simple ritual to see if there's anything about you that might give you a leg up on other people.
Sure.
It's
I
pretty
think
common. It happens to most people who are going to try to join a monster hunting guild.
I think we were mostly trying to see if there was some connection to whatever it is we have with the Mishaps, and so. But that's good to know. We'll think about it, I think.
All right.
If we were to pursue something like that, would it be wiser to ask you to contact him? Are you acquainted?
It would most likely go better if you go through me to get to him.
Sure.
Because other people might ask questions that are close to him.
Sure.
That makes sense. All right. Well, we'll think about it then, and we'll discuss. We have a couple of things we're going to do today, and so we'll factor in the discussion as one of them, and we'll let you know what we decide.
Maybe we can make a decision in the next day or so, at the latest.
Yes.
I look forward to hearing what you decide to do.
Perfect. Thank you. So we'll leave unless she wants anything else.
Yeah, who had walked off to the bathroom comes back like banging his knee on something and then stubs his toe and something else and just making a ruckus.
Is that what you
Somehow. Yeah.
This is very much role-playing whatever is happening on Mike's camera right now. It's like
I know.
the fourth time you've done
The bleed over today is
I do a
strong.
lot, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's find inspiration from around you.
Yes. When we leave though, I would say to the group, I'm not against the idea of scheduling a meeting with Calvin, but we shouldn't do it in this timeline. You already
it
got
would be the other
information in this timeline. We need to compare.
Yeah. I think it would be more useful elsewhere.
But I do think it's good to know that if we do want to do that, Heidi's the one to schedule it and could perhaps arrange it so that we could get as much information as we can.
The only thing that I actually agree with you, but the only thing I might just suggest as something to keep in mind, if any of them have notoriety, could be a stepping stone to Stastrom for trying to get to his ear.
I don't know if Calvin's the way to go with that. It
Not
would probably
necessarily.
be the
Probably
watchlight.
the watchlight. But I'm just
I
saying,
would say watchlight.
if we know of someone that does somehow work with him or have notoriety, it wouldn't hurt to follow that up later. But
Yeah, I don't
agree
even
with
know
you
if
right
he
now.
would have a connection with Stastrom.
we don't know.
Yeah, but we do know who does, so I would say
Well.
that probably. But I mean, it's always good to keep in mind as an option, certainly.
And we have no clue who knows who around here. We didn't know Heidi knew Igden. So,
Here we did.
I mean, she went us there, but if she hadn't said anything, we wouldn't know that they were connected.
So but it's good to know for the future. So then you wanted to research things. Was there anything else we were going to do?
If we have time, I just figured might as well look up ancient magic while we're here.
We do have time. I think my meeting's at night. I'm not sure if this should be one of those meetings where I just meet with him. And I mean, you're welcome to be in the tavern.
But
I'm not
maybe we
sure.
should be at somewhere else in the tavern.
Yeah,
I think that might be wise.
it seems like a delicate situation, and I want to be in full control of it. That makes sense.
I think that's probably the best call. We can just be somewhere nearby where we can make sure that nothing happens.
I mean, yes, I don't even mind if you're in the tavern. It's just
I'm with an
Yes.
eyesight, yeah,
yes.
but leave you some space.
The other thing I would ask is please don't use magic when the meeting is happening, because I want to see if I can convince him to do the remove curse spell on him. So I don't want charges ticking up if I can help it.
Is there some sort of signal you could give us if you need help? If we're watching and keeping an eye on things?
I can
Your message is audible. Like I know mine's a little quieter.
well, it's
Well,
clear that I'm
she would have-
casting.
She'd have to write it in her book, because there's just something I can
Mm.
watch
Oh,
for.
that, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the little cantrip. But no, with the book, I have to write it down. And the response comes back to me. But I can just, I always have, I don't know what etiquette it is. I think it's on the left-hand side is what your glass is. So she'll just be like, I have my wine glass on the left-hand side. If I move my wine glass to the, or whatever glass I'm using, to the right-hand side, then you know. How's that?
That's good.
Yes.
Like your right hand side of your hand, or like right hand if
Yes.
you're looking at you.
No, my right.
The left
So
side.
we'll
okay.
watch it to change sides.
Yes, basically.
Oh,
But-
so much easier.
Yes, that. But if I mean, I don't even think I need to be mysterious that you are all with me. I mean, we can all walk in together. I don't mind, but
That's
I
fine.
want to
I
speak
just
to him
didn't.
alone.
In case something seems fishy and you don't want to tip him off.
So no, I think that's very wise to come up with that. So thank you for thinking of it. So, yep,
You got this.
I hope so.
Have confidence. Manifest it.
Yes.
All right. So library first.
Yeah.
Sure.
The library.
All right. So you head over to the library and you're just looking up. You said ancient magic for Dav. Anything else you guys are looking for?
Specifically gonna find the friend too and see if she can help look in some of the like regularly available archives, because we figured ancient magic might not be something on the top shelves to find, but
okay.
Knowing we'll probably need written stuff to get anything deeper. But
Anything else? Just that?
Maybe start to look into like breaking curses.
Okay.
If there's anything on that, I would be looking specifically in like Dalbane, cleric-y type sections potentially.
I would.
That's fair.
Yeah, I can help with that. So one of us can roll, or both of us can roll.
Okay. So Dav, you can roll your investigation roll. I'll roll for the
When it can help.
attendant.
Oh, yeah.
And you two can have one of you roll for advantage.
You can roll.
Okie doke.
so is Winnie helping Dav or no? Or is Winnie rolling for herself or?
You just go ahead and roll.
I got
Using my
24.
reroll.
It's a good one to use it for.
And my D4.
Yes.
And the
oh
D4.
boy.
I'm not rolling too well on these.
Man, yeah, every time you do research, you roll really bad. That's really
been kinda-
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the worst. I just thought it'd be better.
It's not as
Yeah.
good as it could be.
Yeah.
I'm like
Learn.
easily, in my opinion, he should easily be like high without
Right.
needing help. But
All right.
I'm not gonna do math again. 17, 9, 15, 17.
17. And what did you get? on the other side?
24.
24. Okay.
Nice.
So on the
That's really
removing
good.
curses side, like there's definitely things that are about like there's spells that you can get cursed and like hexed and stuff, but it's very low level like type of thing that is not what you guys are looking into kind of with Euphemia. It's so your spell is basically the counter to all of that you have,
Remove
Eleonora.
curse, yeah.
Could
Could we segue a little bit too with like that guy and see if there's anything, that guy that was bleeding all over and he was like a weirdo later, like the hungry guy?
do you guys
Does
want to
that
start
seem like
going
that's
down that pathway? You could.
I didn't know if that was kind of in similar veins, like if we see anything that might look like that. So
You do end up.
Even like distinguishing high or low level curses, maybe like. I wonder if that would kind of be related.
Let me look up something. So as you're looking into like regular type curses, they can make it so that like somebody is less likely to succeed at stuff. It's harder for them to do regular activities that they would normally do. It's just like something is holding them back for the most part. So it's fairly minor. Sometimes it even can cause like harm to the person if they are cursed in such a way. They can have harm that's caused to them. There's the memory modification side of things that you guys have heard about. Those are all sort of general simple curses. There is a category of like major curses though that you get into that are generally longer lasting, and it's like the memory one is like a longer lasting thing, but it's higher level magic as well. This is something that is like longer lasting and even resistant to the remove curse spell. They typically go beyond that category of like just things are more difficult, things are maybe a little worse for you, you take some damage. But yeah, those deeper curses seem like they're usually worse, and sometimes they almost seem like they're a little more pointed towards something, or like specifically targeting
Personalized.
something, or maybe not even personalized, but just like it's meant to cause some sort of awful circumstance to an individual that's like very directed. So it definitely feels darker overall. Like it just has a darker feel to it.
does it say what stuff helps those curses?
It does not. Those are ones that people are very afraid of. And they're pretty
Oh,
rare sounding
okay.
as well. But people are pretty worried about those, as there's not really many known cures, as they are pretty rare already themselves. And most people either have their curse go the duration, it seems like, or they succumb to it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Interesting. Okay.
But on the other side, with Dab looking into ancient magic. Yeah. The attendant like is away for a while as you're digging through things, and you're just finding like dead end after dead end after dead end, and eventually they come back. They're just like, I'm sorry, I tried to find anything, and this is just not a topic that we have writings upon, besides just it's a mystery and how magic has changed over time.
Can you do me one favor? I know I've asked a lot of you in the past, and maybe this is slightly overstepping or at least sidestepping some of the bounds, and you're more than happy to tell me to walk away if this is not something you want help with, but I know there's more restricted areas that you would need sponsorship for. Again, I don't need to read it or even look at anything. I'm just more curious. Is there any way you could go into that and just see if there's any categories or mentions of ancient magic or Acheron in those sections? And again, I just want to know if there's something so then I could go get the sponsorship and I'm not wasting my time. I don't even need to see anything. I just want to know if it's worth the trouble. Is that even okay to ask?
I can take a
Something
look,
Eleanor
but
was here.
I don't know if I'll find anything.
Sure. If you wouldn't mind, just when you have a chance, it'd mean a lot. I have a friend that I really want to help with this research, and I think it's a life and death thing.
Go take a look. And I didn't make you roll because you're a researcher stuff with your background, just so you know. Being nice here.
He's put it on the thing, being like, if I gotta roll persuasion, I gotta roll persuasion.
No. I'm giving you the
Cool.
researcher or whatever your background at Sage or something, whatever that is.
Oh yeah.
Love the background stuff. It's so
It's
fun.
so good. It's
I think
good.
it's probably the first time I've ever used a background feature in a game ever. Unless it's like mechanical.
They kind of get forgotten a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I like
So
when
it's
they're
kind of fun
useful.
when they pop
They're a
up.
fun little thing.
Mhm.
I like
Because I
when they
think
come
Karis
up.
used
Yeah.
hers, right? Like the getting through the city.
Oh,
That
the
helped a
urchin? Oh,
lot.
yeah. We were shortcutting through the city constantly
Yeah.
because of her. Yeah, that
That's
was
cool.
fun.
They're fun when they come up.
Mm-hmm.
So they head off
Thanks.
for a while, and you're left to look some more, and
I
dead
really gotta
end,
ask her name.
dead end, dead end, dead end. And they come back a while later again. Sorry, there's
Oh.
there's
Thank
nothing
you
really
so
I could
much for your
find.
help.
There might be something there, but I didn't find anything. There's a lot to sort through.
Sure. I am so rude. My apologies. Davril Berza. Your name?
Ada.
Ada. Thank you again, Ada, for everything. You have been quite the aid for me today.
You're welcome.
I'm sure you hear that all the time. I'm sorry. Well, it's about that time. So we'll see you next time.
Thanks. She will take her leave.
That went well. That went really well. Look out, Kendra. And he just starts walking on the
Same thing.
Flirting in the library?
I know.
Succeeded.
Yeah. It's like old times.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
there's
So
no
funny.
flirting because it's the old guys group. But anyways,
All right. But yeah, you guys
Yeah,
spend a good part of the afternoon searching around, digging into your various studies.
I came up with nothing.
Mm.
Even had Ada assist me. She's the archive
Oh,
manager.
lovely.
Or at least
Oh,
attendant.
the one we met a couple days ago.
Yeah,
She was very nice.
sweetheart.
Lovely girl.
Very much.
We didn't find much, but we did actually dig around a bit about that poor man we encountered on the road, the one that couldn't stop eating.
Oh, good.
Fred?
You found a solution?
No, it seems like his affliction also falls into a complicated curse as well. Something that I didn't see.
Some
We didn't
level-
see a solution for.
Some level above the general spectrum of
Yes.
easily fixable curses.
It seems too that those sorts of curses are more pointed or targeted.
And not commonly fixed.
So
I mean,
it's good to know, though.
this is more of a generic statement, not necessary for curses, but anytime I ever tackle a problem where it comes with a mystery, sometimes the quickest way is to find the source, which in this
Yes.
matter is much harder than just being said. But I mean, it sounded like for each curse there'd be some sort of source that would make it so different from the other to uncover that it makes it much harder.
what we would, if we're ever in the towns that we knew he was in before, then I think that might help us pinpoint a bit. Maybe something else that might have happened, or someone he encountered that might have cursed him. I'm not sure.
Did we say this? The swamp was where we
Swamp's
thought he
Rest he was
probably
in,
originated?
I think. Yes.
That was like
So-
the furthest we've tracked it.
I'll have to look over my notes again, but
I had written to Electa. I don't know if I didn't get to send it yet over there,
Sure.
but asking about him and if she had seen him there. Maybe even treated him if he started showing up with something odd even then.
although I think his affliction started in Edgefort. Or not Edgefort, Midrock.
More pointedly in Midrock, but who knows?
Yes, but yes, some strange encounter.
Everything was a little bit-
something. Yes.
I think it was a little bit vague.
Yes, of course. But just we don't even just something to keep on our radar at least if we happen to be in the area and we can help him. I still feel for him.
I like that. I agree.
I think if we're ready though, we should probably go to the meeting.
Okay. So you begin to leave. It's not too far away. You're able to find the tavern fairly easily. It's pretty busy for being in like a Friday night type of thing. There's a hostess there who greets you when you come in. Table before.
Did Edison say what he looked like at all?
Just gave you a name.
No. Okay.
Plus, we would have gone in separately, right?
Well, we can all go in together and then maybe just look around and she can... Was
I
my
thought we
thought.
weren't sitting with her.
Yeah, just when the meeting happens. Like I'm not trying to be sneaky about who I'm with.
No.
Or that I have backup. I'm just.
We can all go
Oh,
in
okay, I
together
thought you were
and then
trying
to be
locate
like-
She
him.
was
Was
she
kinda
was
my
just
thought.
more. Yeah, she was just more saying like
During the
I want to
meeting.
talk to him by myself.
Mhm. Yep.
That's it.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I don't have FOMO. It's fine.
I wish I was there.
Table before or
Are we there early, Mark, or are we on time?
it's close to sunset time.
Okay. I'll just say, is there a Scott Walter here?
She'll look. Yes, there is. Are you dining with him tonight?
I will be, yes.
A table for us.
Go for 3 then. Okay. I'll take you to meet with him, and can you again? Somebody else guides you 3 to another table.
Can we see her from our table?
Yeah, it's a little bit away, but
Okay.
you have line of sight.
Okay. Perfect.
Hey,
Or I'll just.
these
Yeah.
seats are a little wobbly. Can we get like closer to that sunlight? So if Dav's trying to persuade the waiter to like get them a little closer, not in earshot at all, but just be a little closer to where they're at.
Give me a
Like
persuasion
give it a
roll.
sunlight. They have like a really nice view. Even if it's not a big
Oh
drop.
my gosh. When I was a hostess, I
Oh,
hated
no.
customers.
I know.
Like,
I know. I
it's
know.
the worst.
The PTSD. For
Yeah, I mean,
flashback.
look, we're not trying to be those people, but if you don't
boy.
mind, it's
Oh,
a
no.
15.
I'm sorry, sir. We're booked up over there.
Sure.
So please, this
It's
is
all
your
right,
seat.
problem.
Deb. We'll be fine.
We'll wobble away. We're fine.
Mhm.
We'll sit down. Sorry.
Sit down. The chairs are all solid.
Yeah, they're perfectly fine.
Actually, these are really
I'm gonna
good.
sit where I can see Eleonora without having to like crane around
Yeah.
anybody weirdly.
Dav's definitely being the opposite side because he ain't looking at. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not paying attention.
So, just for line of sight means, Euphemia, you do not have a good line of sight on Scott to see his lips, but you do
Sure.
for
That's
Eleanor.
okay. That's okay. I would rather watch Eleonora at this point. I think that's more what she was concerned about.
he takes you to another individual dressed up in a nice suit, who is currently he's like cut it into a steak right now. It's pretty fresh, so he's not been waiting for too long. It seems like.
Okay.
Nice.
But
He
he'll
wasted
look
no
up.
time.
He'll look up and see you. He's got some brown hair and well trimmed, everything like looks very put together. Please have a
Older,
seat.
younger.
He's a little older. He's older than Edison is.
Okay. Seems almost like he has maybe a little more experience, or like
He might, just from
Okay.
just a first glance.
like the way he's dressed even and stuff. Okay. Yeah, so she'll like hold out her hand to like shake his hand and just be like, Mr. Walter, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, pleasure to meet you as well.
Yes, I'm sure it must be strange for you.
Oh, this is a very odd meeting for me. Absolutely.
Well, thank you for coming. I do very much appreciate you being willing to speak with me.
Of course. And the host eventually has the waiter come over and, can I get you anything?
Glass of wine, please.
Of course. So he just like cut into his
but-
steak. You had a question for me.
I have a few actually. First of all, were you the one that found my body, or did you handle the case afterwards?
I've handled the case afterwards.
All right.
Once it was reported,
Um,
I came along and I was part of the trip to return your body to Chatterrock.
I see. Were you the one to inform my brother then?
Yes.
Would you mind? Well, the culprits weren't caught, I don't think. The ones that tried to kill, or that did kill me, I suppose, yeah.
As far as I know, no one knew who did it.
I have what they look like, but
So you experienced the death then?
I did not die. In that one, someone else saved me. The woman that encountered my plight. In this one, apparently, I don't think she did, or chose to ignore it, perhaps.
Alright.
So, I don't know if that information is helpful to you, but I do have it.
I mean, you're welcome to give me some information.
I'll just describe what they looked like.
It's like he's mentally taking it in.
I think they just seemed like they were fueled because they did not think that I was punished appropriately and felt like they wanted to take it into their hands themselves.
Right.
Would you mind telling me a bit about your experience taking my body to Shadow Rock, saying the news of it to the ones that were there?
Well, I got there. I was met by a tiefling woman.
Perceiva.
Her name is, yes, Perceiva. She informed her of it, and she was who I delivered the body over to. There was a moment.
I'm sorry, please go on.
What was your question?
Just, did she have a reaction at all?
She seemed like she was grieved by finding out that you had died.
Interesting. All right.
But I was able to come in as I was seeing to the delivery of it, the body, to your brother. And he was able to make time for me in his busy schedule to stop by briefly. And I told him what happened. He also seemed like he was saddened this was how your fate ended, even though history was not so great between the two of you. And he expressed that he never wished this to happen. It sounded like you'd be buried within family area or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Somewhere nearby.
Did you give all of my things to him, I suppose?
Yes.
Did anything stand out to you about the state of the home or the people there?
Like what?
Just if everyone seemed physically well, mentally well, aside from the news that they got, but...
I mean, everybody seemed fine.
Did you happen to see my son?
I did see him.
If there's anything you could tell me about how he is, that would be
He seems fine.
Great help
Seems
to
to be
me.
doing well.
Who was monitoring him?
Receiver.
Did he seem to be comfortable with her?
Didn't notice anything that seemed off.
Did Alexander seem to talk to him at all? Or have much contact with him?
I
From
didn't
what
see
you
them
saw.
interact.
When you interacted with him, with my son, was there any mention of what he was told about me? Not just my death, but why I was gone.
I'm not sure.
Were you the one that told him, or did somebody else?
No, Percivo took care of that, I believe.
I see. So when did you see him, and what was the circumstance?
It was just as I was within the home, meeting with everybody.
I see.
There was a moment that he came over and she explained what was going on, who I was, I think, to her, or to him.
Did he say anything?
I didn't hear anything. He obviously looked sad.
And physically, he looked all right.
Yes.
All right. Were you in Shadowrock long after?
No. Mostly just delivering your body over to your family and moving on.
Sure. Well, I have a request of you. We might... I know that my history at the house is spotty at best when it comes to what people have said, why I had left. The story is that I tried to kill my brother, but I more was concerned that something very strange and sinister was going on in the house, and that my brother was possessed by a creature. I saw various forms of evidence. I can go into all of it if you want, but my worry is that most people did not seem to notice that it was going on, and as I have investigated, I have wondered if memory modification was something that was happening there at the house to make things seem fine and well. And I know that whatever is happening, appearances are important. So it may have been that you just were able to walk into the house and it was fine because the appearances were kept up. But I have a spell that can perhaps write memory modification if anything were to happen. Might help me. No, for sure. At least on some level.
There is no need. As a member of the Watchlight, I'm able to have regular moments where that can happen to me. Make sure that nothing is amiss with me.
That is very wise. So has that happened already?
Yes.
And nothing changed for you?
No.
Right. It was a bit of a long shot anyway, simply because if you were in and out very quickly, I don't know even what would have been experienced, but it does help for me to know. Did you notice anything at Shadow Rock or anything in general that seemed amiss? Or were there any extra guardedness around my family's mine or anything like that?
Everything seemed like it was functioning as it should be.
All right.
And I recommend you stay away.
Does he seem pretty suspicious of her?
General insight?
Is that what the, yeah. Oh, Nora. I'll use my advantage. I don't know. I don't really know what to use my advantage for, to be honest.
Using the advantage?
Yeah, I'll just use it.
Okay.
A 20, 2.
There's two. You definitely get a sense that he is definitely suspicious of you and your situation.
Mm-hmm. I'll just say, I understand that there are not many people that believe my concerns. But if it is something that is true, it is certainly a concern.
Well, I don't want any trouble. I don't think you should be causing any trouble. However, you have life again. Suggest you live it without trying to interfere with your brother and his business. On your death, he is legally the only member remaining and the sole individual running it.
The custody of Julian transferred to him.
Yes. He has a good life there. He's living in a good home.
Well,
Don't
thank you
mess-
very much for your time.
Don't ruin
Sorry,
that for
what?
him.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you taking the time to give me some thoughts. And like she looks pretty composed. But I feel like there's probably a little less of a compose, like there's a little more of like a strain to like how she's saying it, you know? But still kind of keeping her cool. But she just, well, I will leave you to your dinner then.
The wine is on me.
Thank you.
If you agree, stay away from Shadow Rock.
For the wine. Oh, interesting. She just like swirls like the wine in her glass a little bit, and she just says, "I don't have a death wish."
What does that mean? You're staying away?
Well, like you said, I have my own new started life, so I'm glad to hear my son is doing all right.
Still haven't answered my question.
Sure, I'll stay away from Shadow Rock.
See to it.
I'll take my wine.
Okay. He'll go back to like cutting his steak.
Yeah.
Kind of just like dismissing you off almost. Not really giving you much
Yeah, oh, yeah.
pleasantries.
She doesn't even try. Like, normally she kind of tries, but she's, like, pretty annoyed, mad, angry. So, yeah, she just comes back. She'll sit with the group to, like, finish her wine.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be sitting there just waiting, like, for her to say anything, but she won't. She's not gonna ask necessarily because she watched Eleanor's face that whole time.
Yeah, like, get more and more, like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she, like, will take probably, like, a pretty long sip, like, of her wine, first. I just came back to the table, like, well, a bit of a typical response. But he says that everything seems well there, at least by appearances. He also gets remove curse targeted on him regularly to make sure nothing is messing with his mind. So I didn't even need to have to do it.
I wondered if Watchlight might do some kind of general
A system.
for all of their people with everything they work on.
Did you still do yours?
No,
How do you know he's telling the truth?
I don't, but I'm not going to push it with him. He clearly thinks I'm up to something. He made it very clear. So,
Maybe we could put Edison on it just to double check.
I mean, you are
Yes.
up to something. That is fair. Do you think your brother is paying him?
actually, that's an interesting thought. I don't know. Maybe. Or it could just be he thinks I tried to murder him. So. But he did point out the mine is his now, solely. And custody of Julian falls to him.
Why?
Because I'm dead. He's the only living family member.
Except you're not.
Well, I'm not trying to tell people that. It's not like I had custody anyway. It doesn't actually change anything.
Is Watchlight the only legal system here? Or does
Probably
Shadowrun
the only
have
one. Well, Shadow Rock has its own thing, but
Yeah.
I just kind of like look over to the table I was at. Does Scott look like he's like looking over at us or anything? Or
He doesn't look like he's paying any attention to you. He's just focusing on his dinner.
okay,
It must be a
Cool.
really good steak.
the best steak ever. I'll
Primo.
yeah, I'll kind of have, if everyone's ready to leave, I would probably like.
Is dinner on Watchlight? Like, are they paying?
No, my wine was on him though. Very generous. We can
Steak
discuss
looks
this
really
outside
good.
if you want.
All right.
If it's getting late, we should probably go anyway.
You okay?
She was just gonna say a couple of things when we leave, just in case he has like a
Yeah,
listening.
yeah.
thing.
That's why
Yeah.
we figured picked up on
Pushing
the
it
hint
out.
and was like,
yes,
let's
it's
go.
good. Yeah, let's go.
Hate to do it, but Dad's looking for steak on a plate on the way out.
Oh my gosh.
You do not see any.
It's good steak. Everyone's
Yeah,
finishing
everyone
their meal.
cleans their plates. It is.
The bus boys are quick too if there's anything as well.
They're paid well.
This is a nice place.
They're on their job.
Man, if this is like a rinky-dinky town, I'd totally have Micah go chill out for something. Anyways. Let's get going.
So you head outside, start
Yeah.
walking to where?
Are we gonna stop at the temple? How late is it? I guess I'm gonna.
Well, I was just gonna say though, like when we got out, and like out a little ways, I was just gonna quickly add like, he so kindly bought me a glass of wine in exchange for staying away from Shadow Rock. Isn't that quite a good deal?
And you took it, so.
Of course. What am I going to say? No, I'm going to waltz into Shadow Rock.
Gosh, could have at least given you a steak. Not that any of that's worth it, but
If we can
I don't
keep
like those
you away
guys.
from Shadow Rock, it might be better anyway. We've already discussed that, so.
Yes, no. Watchlight is not going to help me with this. It's not going to
No.
work. It has to be us. It has to be me. It's the only way it's going to function correctly. So,
we have contacts.
we do.
You can find a safe house.
I have no problem lying to the Watchlight about this anymore. Not to help. Except for Edison is decent.
So let's not burn all of our bridges too quick.
I'm not burning them. I'm also not relying on them either.
I know.
Not for this.
I'm not going to be treated like a criminal and then ask for help from them.
I shouldn't have to. I'll prove them wrong.
Going to be
I
many
think-
people that will be sorry by the end of this, I'll tell you that much.
I think even Edison said if we wanted Watchlight to handle it in their way, you weren't going to like it.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I missed what you said. I saw Mark laughing. Then I got distracted.
Most Eleanor Karen comments she's made so far.
Very well.
Yeah, she's so mad.
Edison even said that if we let Watchlight handle it, you weren't going to like how they handled it. So
Exactly. They won't
I
handle
think
it.
it's probably better if we sidestep that in this instance.
There's no more begging for help anymore. I'm not doing that. So. But
Sorry you didn't get more.
in a way, it was enough to at least know they have some semblance of appearance, potentially, if he was telling the truth. Siva seem to be the one that was watching him and looking out for him, so it seems like she kept a promise to me. That's good to know.
Something.
It's something. At least there's someone.
Even if she may mostly be doing it for Julian, that's worth it.
Yes, her reason. She can thank me as mad as she wants. I don't care. I just want her to keep her word. I want him to feel some sort of affection. So anyway, it's done. Thank you for waiting for this. At least it's something.
It's more than we've had in a minute.
It is, truly. I mean, it's more than I've had in 2 years. Certainly something.
Just hand you like a little scrap of like handkerchief or something as we're walking.
Yeah, I like dab my eyes, like I'm like so like but yeah.
Yeah, Dev was like turning. I'm sorry, his perception's really bad. Like, it's like right after the handkerchief. He's not noticing how subtle because he was about to stop and he just gives you a hug. As soon as you're going through
Aww. Yeah, she hugs him back. It's like it's both warm and but it's also like she's kind of like stiff too at the same time because like she just is.
Oh, he's used to stiff
deals
hugs.
with her emotions.
Quick
weird.
hugs with these two. Yeah, we know.
Like so, like
Winnie's the only one. He's like, all right, Winnie, let's hug this out.
Like a nice hug. Yes. I think it always helps he's coming from a really like sweet place too, you know, so it's like
I would say so. Yeah.
You want to release some anger later?
What's
and some
your
target
suggestion?
practice.
Sure, we're out in the middle of nowhere. I can pretend it's, I don't know, everybody's face.
Would we
She's
stop
about to
at the
list like
temple
12
site?
people she was mad at.
Yeah. You're cut it off. Thought better of it.
You guys heading to the temple, or are you guys heading just straight back?
That's what I was trying to figure out. How late is
Oh,
it?
temple.
I guess.
It's past sunset, so yeah, we'd have to go over and then back up. You guys go in temple. But you head over towards the temple. We'll do it again, because why not? See what happens. Mike's gotta guess it one of these times, right?
Yeah.
Let me reset my little chart thingy. Rach, what do you got? Highs or lows?
Highs.
Okay. Ashley.
Low.
Low. Okay. And Mike.
Natural 20.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Pointing to
Double
the
or
front. Hey, that's what I
nothing.
rolled. I tell you what I roll, so. That's
Okay.
what I
Double or
call these
nothing.
days. Yep.
Oh boy.
All right.
I should say 1 at some point, but Mark never rolls 1, so.
We saw that chart. The probability was very low.
Okay. So, you go to the temple, do your gold blessing routine as normal, and then begin to head back up to the house that you guys have been staying at. I'm guessing same spot. You're not changing it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the flowers gone now?
On the way up to your place of rest, you notice 2 shadowy forms emerge from the darkness in front of you, both with blades in hand.
Oh. Oh boy.
So like humans?
Okay.
Or
Oh
like
yeah, they are humanoid-looking people.
It's not a toad man?
It's not a toad
Are
man.
they corporeal or?
They look like they are humans. They look like they are dressed in adventuring gear, and they have weapons drawn.
Oh dear.
Guessing, we're not going to talk this out, are we?
And they're just walking closer to you.
Trust me, we got some anger issues that you really don't want to stumble into.
What?
And you look,
who
and
are
there's
you?
2 more behind you that are approaching as well.
Do we recognize them at all?
They are dressed like in full out like gear, covered up from head to toe. It reminds you very much of
I
a
was
certain
thinking
night.
that. Oh no!
that-
Oh no! I was thinking that. Oh no!
Reminds you very
Oh,
much of a
what?
certain night that happened not too long ago, standing over Eleonora.
Honestly, if that's what it looks like, I feel like I'd just fling a thunder wave without stopping. Like that would just be my immediate response. If it looks like that night.
I feel like I would try and say something first.
I mean-
so I don't know.
Can you say something? You got 4 people approaching you real quick. They're moving in slow. They're not running, but they're approaching.
I really think that if they were charging us, yeah.
Do you say
I would
something?
just say, yeah. I would be like, what do you want?
Okay.
Out with it.
They're just approaching. They're silent.
They're silent. Okay.
Mhm.
Winnie and Dav turn their backs on where Eleanor is like in a protective, like from the back. Or at least I would. I don't know if Winnie is, sorry. Just saying I'm thinking I'm next to Winnie.
I think Winnie would probably be very defensive here. Yes.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'll cast mage armor.
I feel like
on myself.
that would.
And I'll just be like, yeah, like you come any closer, it's a fight.
So you cast Mage
False
Armor?
life.
You cast False Life?
We're all going in.
I mean, if it looks like when Eleanor
level?
literally
False
died,
life.
I'm not wasting any time.
Yeah.
Second level?
Yep.
Okay. And then you said you're Thunder Waving?
A 3rd level.
3rd level? Okay.
The big panic.
Wow, girl!
Hey, there's 4 of them.
Yes.
So
You're only
you
getting
all
2.
like simultaneously start casting these spells as they move in. As you do that, you feel this intense
There it
energy
is.
around you
There it is.
begin
There it
to
is.
like pull you, and you suddenly open your eyes. And let me roll to see what happens.
Here we are.
What?
I know it. The second those shadowy people came up, I was like, here we go. It's
I think the
time.
crack formed underneath us.
Let me roll for
What?
something.
Wait, that's confusing.
Aha. Interesting. I knew it. I figured as soon as they came up, I was like, this is bad news also. Here we go. Bye-bye.
Let me roll for something real quick.
Rachel's still in.
What?
Are you so
Like,
fast?
click. I know.
Chick, 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 chick. Yeah, if they're the same kind of people as the one that came last time to kill you, there's something,
Yeah.
there's some sort of
connected.
weird coincidency thing going on here that I've been wondering about.
So
Just waiting for it
you
to repeat
suddenly
itself.
feel this like intense energy swirling around all 4 of you, and all of a sudden you feel this immense pain on your backs as you guys all find yourself landing on the ground in the middle of the desert.
Oh, no!
shoot. No.
Oh no!
You are surrounded by desert on
Whoa.
all sides.
Oh,
it is dark
great.
in this desert. It is darkness. You are
Oh,
there.
no.
Wave goes off, sand in the air.
It's like,
There also is 2 mishaps
Oh,
that happened.
boy.
Let me resolve those
Oh,
real
boy.
quickly.
yeah.
There were 2 mishaps that happened in your guys' casting.
Oh.
So the first one
We're
is
really
going to go
focusing on
to
that
you,
one.
Dav.
Oh no.
Hey, maybe we'll meet Desert Husband.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll come
that's
save
very
Save us. It's the only good thing.
And we cannot get to that tower to save our lives.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Gosh.
And then one for Euphemia
like
as
that.
well.
Okay.
For Constant, the desert is on the side in the region where Eleonora's brother has influence.
Yeah, so like
So,
basically
He's like
like
wanted fugitive in this area.
yeah, like the people like tried to kill her there multiple times.
yeah.
Like it's pretty
Mhm.
bad over in the desert. So yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's so
yeah.
bad.
This isn't good. This is definitely not good. Nope.
Yeah, if you think of it this way, on the on this big island, we got Dav from the North Colds, Winnie from the east, kind of like
Like
lakeside.
woodsy.
Euphemia from the swamp down south, and then
And the mountains.
Illinois. Yeah,
Part of
well,
that region,
like
yeah.
our storylines. Yeah.
So
Yes.
both of you feel this energy go off. You don't notice anything at the moment.
Mark, keeping notes for next week.
But
In 2
yeah,
weeks.
you feel this
2 weeks.
tremendous pain on your back as you are landing in the desert and just feeling
Oh,
this
no.
searing pain once
Oh,
more
gosh.
on your back.
Yeah.
So clarification though, there's no crack
You do not
that
see any
formed
crack.
underneath us. We
No.
got yo-yoed back into this,
Yeah.
essentially. Or
Potentially.
we're feeling pain in the back, but we're
Yeah.
landing in this.
We didn't have a crack last time. Well, the time
Yeah, well,
before
we were
Eleanor
asleep.
died
We
either.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
that
like-
we could see.
But okay.
I would be
I
like,
like
we need to see what this is, like immediately.
Yeah. Just like
Like
spinning
I'll
around
look-
whoever is
Trying to get my-
closest.
yeah.
So, like, yeah, look at the back.
I look over
Yeah.
to
Ashley, get a blessing.
Eleanor. Is she
Last
alive?
Hey, blessing
Yeah,
at the
look at
last
life.
second.
You look at Eleonora. She's alive.
Hey.
Oh
Eleanor,
my-
are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I immediately look at my book, like, just to make
Can I
sure
look
we're
at-
in
So-
the right timeline.
Can I look at the mark on Dav's back then? Because immediately
Yeah.
I would be thinking.
So you immediately go to Dad's back. You start pulling out your book.
Yeah.
So as you're pulling out your book, get ready to look at it. On Dav's back, there's a circle, and in the middle of the circle. Oh no! Let me.
Hi.
I'm gonna update our background here.
Hi.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Let me pull this up. There is a diamond shape within the circle.
Oh boy.
Can't see it very well on the overlay, but
Lazy.
there's a little bit of a diamond shape, like a squared
Oh boy.
diamond that is now in the middle of the circle.
Interesting.
And we're gonna end the session there because that's a perfect spot to end.
Wait, what my book?
You open the book. There is writing. I'll get that to you later.
Okay.
You're gonna have a novel to read later.
There is some
Ding,
writing
ding,
in
ding.
there. I got a lot of writing to do, but
It's like when Rachel gets caught up on art stream.
Wait,
Yeah.
yeah, Mark,
that's
wait,
gonna be like,
can you do it not before GaryCon and actually, like, tell me, like, and not make
What
me
if-
wait 2 weeks? Because technically it's in this session, please. Please don't make me wait, please.
I will see what I can. I'll see what I can do. But there's writing in your book
Okay.
as it appears. But yes, there is now a diamond shaped in the middle of your back, Dav,
No! Okay.
and you're in the middle
tattoo
of
is growing.
the desert. We're gonna end there, and that's it. We're off next week, guys. Remember that, because we're at GaryCon for lots of D&D goodness and fun.
Yes.
But we will be back on Easter Sunday. We'll play on Easter Sunday at 7 PM CST. So you can join us back here for the next session to see what happens next. Oh man, I'm excited. Check out the Discord for more information. Rachel
Oh,
put the link in the
boy.
chat. But we're going to sign for the recording, and then we're going to go raid somebody, keep the raids going. So thank you so much for watching. We love you. Bye.
Bye.